Deal Viral Gang back at y'all with another one. This ain't that other one. As always, it's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. But you know, hate is the new love, and it only give me energy. So you know, I'm gonna keep spreading the awareness. They're gonna keep spreading the hate, and I'm gonna keep bringing the real, raw, and uncut viral information your way. Y'all know what's going on by now, man. We in the building. We got a lot to talk about today, man. I never got to cover the LaRusell topic. I see they running it seemed like an industry-wide Lil Wayne slander campaign. Cuz what's going on with that? Like, who pushed the button on Wayne? We not doing that. But we gonna talk about that though. They acting like Lil Wayne, they got substance. We gonna go down that rabbit hole and see. You feel me? And y'all see the topics of what's going on. This FBA versus Tether diaspora war is going crazy online right now. I got all the stepdads mad at me. You feel me? They told me I'm tripping, so we can go down that topic. It's a whole lot of topics we can go on. We could talk about how home ownership is low-key a scam. They done finesse y'all brains. You know, I'm here to wake the sheep that sleep. I'm here to lead the way, like Messiah say, because it's a lot of sheep that still sleep. And voting does not work. We can go over that too. If you are pro-voting, I'm gonna drop the link and you come up and tell me how voting ever helped us. And I'm speaking to the Black community specifically. Right now, I'm talking, first of all, I could talk about the entire United States. But since you know the whole FBA versus Tether diaspora wars is going on, y'all let me know how voting ever helped. Because that'd be one of the arguments. And to the brother or the sister who said just unsubscribe, guess what? I do not give a fuck. Your subscription does not make or break me. It does not make or break the movement. It does not affect my life in no way, shape, form possible. So by you announcing that, I just know you wanted some attention. So I'm gonna shout you out. But before we get into it, let me let the algorithm do its thing, man. Viral way or no way.
Whoa, look, it's time to go viral. I'm homicidal, I'm killing all my rivals. I'm the man, shit, I put that on the Bible. I Spotify my target, cause you know I got the title. Hey, I'm a Mac too. I told baby shake that ass like she Apple. She said it's real, so she got my name tattooed. House full, so I hit it in the back room. Whoa, baby said she need a nail, peep the urgency. I want a little Kim before she had the surgery. Leg spread on that hardcore poster. She love twerking, she just do it for the coach. Big dog, bull master. 6 tray Chevrolet, I'm classic. All these niggas mad at me, that's tragic. The main bitch in the bed, that's graphic. Yeah, we about to go viral. Hey.
We about to go viral. Now let's talk about it. See, the intro, that's just the motivation, man. That's the motivation for the people to let you know you got to leave your hometown to expand your mindset, expand your way of thinking. To think outside the box, you got to travel outside the box. So the intro is just a little preview to let y'all know, you feel me? We done been all around the world, state to state, city to city, country to country. So we don't think like the average typical Negroes would think, you feel me? But yeah, I got my water on deck, fresh off this coffee. Let's get into it though, man. LaRusell been out here spiraling out, if you ask me. He signed that Roc Nation deal, and it's been going downhill ever since. And this is crazy to see in real time because LaRusell was one of the most loved artists out here, right? Pushing the independent grind. Everybody showing up to his backyard boogies, donating to him, buying his albums, the whole nine. I've never seen LaRusell get any bad media coverage up until he signed to Roc Nation. And he said he had that dinner with Jay-Z. Now, to give a little history, y'all remember he was shitting on the Roc Nation deal initially because he said they tried to lowball him. They tried to get him in the slave deal, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward till now, all of a sudden Jay-Z want to sign him. He jump out the window and mentions Lil Wayne. I don't know why the fuck he even had this conversation because his career can't hold a candle to Lil Wayne's career in nothing, like rapping ability, song making, album making, nothing. He can't hold a torch to Wayne at all. So I don't even know why he had this opinion. But everybody's entitled to their opinion though, right? So you can give whatever opinion you want, but you can't be mad at the media outcry for your opinion or the scrutiny over your opinion. So if y'all didn't see the clip, which I know for a fact all of y'all saw the clip, I'm going to play it anyway, just to give y'all some context. That was crazy. Oh, hold on. Let me blow the screen up. Let me get the screen right. Make sure y'all can see. He said Wayne ain't been talking about nothing. As he matured, he figured out Wayne ain't been talking about nothing. I'm gonna rewind it for everybody. Oh damn, this the wrong.
For a long time, and
I
like,
think that's
you.
why
I
his
asked him about
argument
that.
was.
you know, like as someone who like grew up in these communities,
Right.
and as,
Yeah,
I gotta
Yeah.
respect
he had a conviction.
yeah.
you know,
I respect
you
him.
know, I had a moment in my journey where I had grew a disdain for Wayne, just because I started listening to everything. Like I started maturing as a human, and I'm like, damn. This nigga wasn't talking about nothing for a long time. And
I
like,
think that's
you.
why
I
his
asked him about
argument
that.
was.
you know, like as someone who like grew up in these
No sound?
communities,
Right.
and grew up with homies who I seen.
You say no sound? Okay, let me stop sharing and reshare because on my end, I'm getting the sound. Let me stop sharing it. Let me reshare it. Long story short, okay, you said there it go. Okay, I'm gonna restart it one more time. Technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on. It's working on my end. If it's not working on your end, let me know. I'm gonna reshare it one more time. He said ever since he started aging, he's been going back and listening to Wayne's music, and Wayne has no substance. He ain't been talking about ish.
Yeah,
I gotta respect
he had a
Yeah.
conviction.
yeah.
He had a
You know,
conviction, so I was like,
you know, I had a moment in my journey where I had grew a disdain for Wayne, just because I started listening to everything. Like I started maturing as a human, and I'm like, damn, this nigga wasn't talking about nothing for a long time. And
I
like,
think that's
you.
why
I
his
asked him about
argument
that.
was.
you know, like as someone who like grew up in these communities,
Right.
and grew up with homies who I seen want to be bloods because they following Wayne and want to be gangster and want to shoot all the gun bar and shit.
Right.
Like I've seen the negative that he contributed to the community, and I had to look like, man, what are the songs where he really talked about something and gave? And out of 1,000-song catalog, you know, it's minute on this end.
It's like Georgia Bush.
And
Right.
that do bother you. Man, Tie My Hands.
That's
One
what
of
I
the
was gonna
greatest
say.
records
Tie
ever,
My Hands
right?
is the only one I
And
could
that
think
and,
of.
and that's the thing. It's like if I
It's top my head.
hug you once, but I slap the shit out you 1,000 times, you know, your affinity for me is going. You're probably gonna remember me for
Right.
this. And a lot of people don't. You know, as I mature, a lot of my old favorite artists, I'm now like, damn.
Yeah.
Like I love you because I learned how to rap to you, but when you look at the contribution, it's like, man.
All right. So he says, as he matured, Lil Wayne had no substance in his rap. He started to realize that. And then you got to think, which era Wayne you talking about? Because Wayne been rapping since 12. Wayne been famous since a teenager, since we first was introduced to him back in 1999. That was the first time I seen Wayne on that Back That Ass Up verse, right? And he only had a few words, but somehow that was the best verse on the song. So right then and there, we knew, okay, this little kid, he different. And ever since then, he been the best one out of Cash Money. So which era you talking about? You talking about the preteen Wayne? You talking about the teenage Wayne? You talking about the early 20s Wayne, the mixtape Wayne? You talking about the later in life Wayne? Wayne got eras of Wayne. And to say that he don't have no substance is crazy. Number one, Wayne never proclaimed to be a conscious rapper. That's number one. But even if you know anything about Wayne, you can go through his catalog and he does drop substance. You just got to catch it. Like, let me play one song. I'm gonna play one song because they say all they know is Georgia Bush, which is crazy. And I can name like 5-10 songs off the top of my damn head that Wayne was talking about some shit. Now, this is one of my favorites still to this day. If you know, you know. If you was around during the mixtape era, you already know.
That's all I could do, mama. Lost you, I'm lost too. Nigga feeling like he at the bottom like a horseshoe. Sorry for the trouble that I put you in your heart through. God knows that I do anything for a part two. Or two, be praying for the day you come back to me saying that you forgive me. Give me another chance, I'm needing it like a kidney. I don't wanna advance, give me back her hands, give me back her touch. I don't ask for much, but I fucked up. I know I fucked up, I admit I fucked up, but everybody fuck up. Now this other nigga locked up.
Stop playing, man. You ever been through a heartbreak? You ever lost your bottom bitch, your main thing? You throw that on, man, and just rock out. What is you like? What is you talking about? Something you forgot for real. And that's just a little snippet of it. That's just a little snippet. Hold on, because I see y'all in the comments. Somebody said Carter 2. I already had one loaded up for you. You know, I definitely had one. Hold on, let me stop sharing this one. I'm gonna load up another one. This one of my favorite ones. If you from the streets, you definitely was rocking with this, no question. And you ain't even gotta be from the streets. You know, Granny told you don't tattletale when you was a kid.
Ain't no snitches ride with us. Old motor mouth niggas can holler front. Can't no loose lips get on my guy. I leave player haters at the dock. Watch. And I can help you burn the block as soon as you get hot, nigga. Turn the guy. You setting up federal appointments now. Nigga on the court pointing it out. Daddy not knowing what he doing to child. We gon' mail him his finger when he get out. Yeah, just to show him what we's about. Never that shit about G's leave your mouth. Yeah, you inside can't leave your house. Two donut lovers to police your house. I sneak past those brothers, leak in your house, and put the heat dead in your mouth. So shut up.
No snitch. That is substance right there. That is, we need more songs saying that. See, my era came up, it was the no snitching movement, no snitching t-shirts. This era, LaRusell era, these niggas is promoting snitching. So I don't know what the LaRusell talking about. I could play Man, I Miss My Dogs. I could play hustler music. I could play No Receipt. Like, what is he talking about? But anyways, I find it ironic that when he signs to Rock Nation, that's when he decides to say Wayne has no substance. And as y'all all know, Wayne and Jay, back in the days, they had a little industry beef, right? It was kind of on the low, but it wasn't though. Wayne came out and said, man, I'm the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired. Y'all remember Jay-Z retired, and then Jay decided to come back, and Wayne was sending shots at Jay, and then Jay was like, damn, I don't know if I got it anymore, right? That was the year Wayne had like 1,000 features in a year, some crazy shit, like 400 features. Long story short, they was going at it on wax. Now, Lord behold, LaRusell signs to Jay and he throwing shots at Wayne. I have no idea why. And it's not just LaRusell either. I've been seeing a lot of podcasts. I've seen Ray Daniels come out, say the same thing. I've seen a whole lot of people saying, oh, Wayne, you know, I went back through his music. He just ain't got no substance. And this be the problem with hip hop culture and black culture in general that I don't like. We are the only culture that builds our legends up and then tears them down. When we reach the pinnacle of success in any industry, from sports to movies to music, it don't matter what it is. The second we reach the pinnacle of success, we want to tear that person down. You'll never see rock and roll going back talking about, oh, yeah, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, they really wasn't even that. No, they celebrate them. You'll never see no other communities doing this to the people that they built up to a certain pedestal. Only in the black community, we want to find the faults in everybody that we build up. And that's one thing I don't like. We are sea creatures in a bucket mentality in this culture. They will not let you be great and skate your entire career. It's like we got to find something negative about everybody that we consider or deem a legend. Somebody like Wayne, you really could have just kept that to yourself. I get it. We in the podcast era. Everybody want to have edgy takes, but to destroy somebody with a legacy like Wayne, or to not destroy, but to try to shit on his legacy is crazy. Especially Wayne mind his own motherfucking business. Wayne don't fuck with nobody. He be in his own world in his skate park doing what he do, not even really knowing what's going on, and to just come out the blue and say some shit like that when you ain't accomplished a quarter of what he's done in his career is crazy. Like, you just now starting to get some recognition, just now. Wayne been Wayne in every era. He molded literally the whole new era. All the Young Thugs and everybody after that, they're Wayne clones. Go listen to that God Did verse. Wayne told y'all, dreadlocks and face tats, I'm the apex. Like, that's me. I started all that. So to sit here and say, oh, Wayne is the one who started everybody wanting to be blood and this and that. Like we ain't had gangster rappers since the motherfucking 80s. Like we didn't have banging on wax. Like Wayne himself wasn't influenced to start rocking the red rags from Mac 10. Like, come on, bro. If you got influenced to gang bang from Lil Wayne, you need to question yourself in the first place. You need to go look in the mirror in the first place. But yeah, man, I'm not tolerating and I'm not co-signing shitting on our legends like that. We already get disrespected by every community out here. So we don't respect ourselves. Who gonna respect us? If they look it up over at us and everybody we say, okay, this person's a legend. They did so much for hip hop. They did so much for acting. They did so much for science. They did so much for, and we just gonna shit on their legacy for no apparent reason. How do you expect anybody else to respect us? And it's crazy because it's the same industry where if you say something about Eminem, they gonna put you on a motherfucking cross. They ready to hang you up. You can't say shit about Eminem. And this ain't no disrespect to M. I'm just saying we got like a fucked up mindset where white is right for some reason. We don't criticize M at all, but then you want to go to criticize Wayne. Is fucking crazy. And I'm not saying that every single song Wayne drops has substance. He's never claimed to be that rapper, but to say he don't have substance is crazy. Go listen to Georgia Bush. Go listen to I Feel Like Dying. Go listen to Prostitute Flange. Prostitute Flange is substance, nigga. Every real nigga done fell in love with a hoe before. Every real nigga who done been out here dealing with women, at one point, you met that 1304 that you knew she ain't no good for me, but she's good for me. Go bang Prostitute Flange as a grown man. That shit hit different because everybody done been through that situation before. But for sure, I'm not saying worship idols. I don't idol worship at all. But I do pay homage to those who paved the way. It's a difference between worshiping and showing respect and paying homage. See, we get into, oh man, I ain't paying homage. That's some sucker shit. That's some this, that's that ego shit. If a man came in this world doing great things that has never been done before, you're supposed to tip your hat. That don't mean you sucking dick. That don't mean you dick riding. That don't mean you worshiping. No, you tipping your hat because you know what it takes to accomplish that and the work that had to be put in to accomplish what he accomplished. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Whether you like the music or not, you still should tip your motherfucking hat. Period. And for somebody like LaRusell, who's an artist who ain't done none of that, bro, you should just tip your hat and hope for a feature, nigga. Straight up. And he been crashing out ever since. He recently did an apology. He apologized to Wayne. And before he apologized to Wayne, I saw him post a Joe Budden video where Joe Budden was giving the same type of criticism. And he told the fans and the supporters, oh, are you going to cancel Joe Budden? He said the same thing. So now, not only are you not standing on your initial opinion, now you throwing other people under the bus? That's crazy. And I get it was a soundbite. I get it was a whole entire conversation, and you got to hear the entire conversation to get the context of what was said. But if you said it, stand on it. Don't start dragging other people into it. Oh, Joe Budden said it, so I could say it. Like, come on, cuz. Stand on what the fuck you said. Don't worry about what Joe Budden said. They tripping on you right now. That's like y'all go out to do a crime. You get caught and your man's don't. You like, oh, come out the bushes, man. They got us. No, nigga, they caught you. I was finna get away. The fuck? Y'all niggas is crazy. Like, do you know this man has been in the game and relevant since 99? Let's see if you can even last that long. You should just be paying homage for the longevity that he's still today killing verses. See, this is shit I don't like about the culture, man. We quick to tear each other down. And what's crazy is there's a clip of Wayne low-key agreeing with LaRusell. I'm going to play that too. So he really should have just stood on what he said and probably even played the Lil Wayne clip. Hold on. Let me play the clip.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like the one I fucked last night. You talk about that a lot. So people are like, why does Wayne talk about, why?
Right.
Pussy monster shit.
Like,
So much pussy talk,
Wayne.
Wayne.
I heard that.
Wayne, there's a lot of pussy
Wayne
talk.
say talk about pussy too much. What the fuck else y'all talk about? What you want me to talk about? The world? Like, come on, man. The world, Craig. The world, come on, man.
I mean, there's a lot of.
But, you know, I ain't no goddamn professor. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't know, that ain't what I set out to do. Y'all gotta remember, man, I started doing this shit at 8, man. So at 8, like, I'm not, at 8, I ain't trying to tell you what's right from wrong in my raps. You know what I mean? And I'm still not trying to tell you what's right from wrong. That's not my job. I'm a musician. I do that with my kids. You know what I mean? You better do that with yours. You know what I mean? I hope your parents done it with you. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't my damn job.
You clap if you want. You clap.
You know what I mean? So other than that, that's why I talk about that's what it's my motherfucking music. You put it's my microphone. I can talk about whatever the hell. Am I supposed to talk about something you want to hear or something you like? If you want to hear something about what you want to hear, then you better go find somebody talking about what the fuck you want to hear. You want to hear something about some pussy? I'm your man.
Hey, Wayne, the funny nigga. He said, shit, what you want me to talk about, nigga? I like pussy. I'm rapping about pussy because niggas was getting tired of cut just every verse, pussy monster. That was his thing for a minute. Then he brought in the whole lean sipping rap with the auto-tune. Niggas got tired of that shit. But then how many rappers after that started doing auto-tune? How many rappers after that started really pushing the lean out there? And I know he's not the forefather of lean, right? Down in Houston, Swisher House and all them, and even before DJ Screw and all them, they've been on that. But Wayne really popularized it in the mainstream. Not that that's even a good thing, but you got to give credit where it's due. He definitely did that. He led the way for that. Dreadlocks, everybody started getting dreads, face tats, all that. You just got to tip your hat, man. He just basically telling you politics ain't my thing. I'm a rapper. I'm an MC. I know how to put words together real good, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to sit out here and be y'all leader. That's not me. I'm in my own world. Like, he even caught backlash. I remember he said racism don't exist. He doesn't believe racism exists. And the entire black community was ready to come out here with pitchforks burning. Like, what the fuck you mean? And I even didn't like it because we all know racism exists, but then you got to think about the world he lives in. See, we all living in different worlds. Every single person on this planet is in a different world. So the world he lives in, he's rich, he's famous, he's a famous musician. People of all races love his music. So he's transcended outside of race for the most part. When he goes outside, they don't just see some random nigga with dreads and a face tat. They see Lil Wayne and they treat him accordingly. So to him, he doesn't receive the same type of racism that maybe me or you might, or not even just me and you, just the everyday average black person that has no notoriety or no money or no fame in the world would. So if you ask a black person over here who's experiencing that in real time, they're going to tell y'all racism is real. I experience it every day. Somebody like Wayne, they might not experience it at all. So in his world, it don't exist. But just because it doesn't exist in your world doesn't mean it doesn't exist in someone else's. And that's where I think a lot of people go wrong, where they start to believe that their personal experience is the experience of the entire world. Like, you can't base your personal experiences. You can't base the whole world off of your personal experiences. You can say this is my personal experience, but I have enough knowledge and I'm intelligent enough to know this exists somewhere, but it just doesn't exist in my world. Like, it was a point where I was getting pulled over by the police all the time. I was living a certain lifestyle and I was thinking a certain way, which led to me getting fucked with by the police all the time. Now I don't live that same lifestyle and I don't think that same way, and I almost never get fucked with police ever. But if I would have told my younger self this, I would have been like, you a bullshit nigga, you a damn lie. But I'm living in a different world now, per se. So yeah, I understand what he's saying. And I could not like what he said, but still understand what he's saying. And that's the danger of being a celebrity, is you're going to be judged and crucified by your every word. Especially if somebody don't agree with it. So if I'm somebody who just today experienced something racist, I got called the N-word walking down in Huntington Beach somewhere in the OC, and then I see a clip of Lil Wayne saying racism don't exist, I'm going to be like, man, fuck Lil Wayne, he tripping. I just got called an N-word today. But if Wayne ain't heard the N-word in I don't know how long. And every time he see white people, they running up taking pictures, talking about how much they love him. And a white cop saved his life as a black cop walked over his body. To him, he got a different look on race relations. So I get what he was saying, but you still got to be responsible enough to know, hey man, your people, they still out here living in different worlds than you. And it does still exist, even though it may not exist in your world that you cultivated for yourself. So that's just what it is. You said the Glasses Malone pod was fire. Good looking. Yeah, definitely go check that out. The pod with glasses dropped. I watched it back. It's getting a lot of positive feedback. I'm going to tell y'all too, I had no idea of what we was going to talk about when we showed up. Like, as soon as we showed up, the cameras, we set up the set and boom, he just started going in, talking about Drake. I had no idea we was even going to talk about Drake. I didn't even know where that conversation was going. I kind of just jumped in where he was leaving off. So that was kind of on the fly. We thought we was just coming there to talk about Doechii, Aiden Ross, and the whole controversy behind our take. So yeah, that's what that was, man. It was cool. I watched it back. I critiqued myself. I'm like, man, we could have led the conversation better, in my opinion. I could have voiced more of my opinions, in my opinion. But like I said, I had no idea what we was even going to talk about. And that was our first link up with Glasses. So the next one is going to be 3 times better than that, right? He going to come and definitely slide through the viral way. Shout out to Glasses. Shout out to iHeartMedia for that dope ass studio they provided. And y'all gonna see more real, raw, and uncut content, man. More adult-like conversations, because there's a lot of different lanes you could take in this content space, right? You could go the street route. There's a lot of people doing that. I'm cool trying to mix the internet with the streets. That's not my thing. You can go the drama route, which, you know, drama sells. Everybody love drama. That's what's always gonna get the most views for the most part. But that's not for me to do. I'm not a super drama filled type of person, and I'm not with the creating the fake shit. I can entertain for sure, but when I feel like I'm going against my purpose and who I am as a person, I can't rock and coincide with that. So you're gonna come to us for the real uncomfortable but culture needed conversations. That's what's going on. So yeah, I see a comment. Somebody said, ain't no ninja rich enough not to see racism, especially in America. That's a lie, bro. That's not true at all. You see what you focus on. You ever heard of the red card theory? So the red card theory is basically like, let's say you wanted to buy a new car, right? I want to buy a red Mustang. Do you know your subconscious is going to program that into your mind to now notice all the red Mustangs in public? Where just a week ago or a day ago, you probably drove by 100 of them and never noticed it. But your brain is now hyper focused on spotting red Mustangs, right? Because you put your focus on obtaining this. So it's going to bring it to you. So whatever you focus your energy on, the world brings that energy back to you. So if you focus on racism, all you're going to see is racism. Somebody like Wayne, he's not thinking about it. So 9 times out of 10 in his world, he doesn't even experience it. And when he does experience it, he probably don't even notice it's happening when it's happening. Versus someone who's hyper focused on seeing racism, you're going to see that shit everywhere. Wayne don't work a 9 to 5, so he don't experience those microaggressions, and he be off lean pills, he be high, he be in his own motherfucking world. So even if those microaggressions are happening in the music industry, he's not even experiencing it. You call it excuses, I call it explaining. It's not an excuse, it's just a fact. Everybody don't think the same way, bro. That's why they say when you focus on your goals, you start to only see things that is going to bring you to your goals. But most people miss the signs because they think about attaining their goals a certain way. And if they don't see the steps happening the way that they plan them, they think it's not happening. But the world don't work that way. See, the world will bring you the opportunities. You just got to be open-minded enough to see the opportunities, because it might not happen the way you scripted, but it's definitely going to happen. They call it the red card theory. So if you focusing on racism, that's all you're going to see, bro. Everybody's not focused on that shit. Tunnel vision, exactly. If you want to see it. But yeah, shout out to Wayne, man. He be in his own world. He definitely be in his own world. You say he could be ignorant to the truth as well. Yeah, he can be. You can be. That don't make it not right, but that don't make his reality false because it's not your reality. See, that's the problem with people. People don't realize your reality is not the next person's. So because you're living your reality and you can't fathom anyone else's reality being different than yours, you think everyone's lying when they say they don't experience what you experience because they may be in the same city as you. They may go to the same school as you. They may got the same job as you. They may even live in the same house as you. Talk to your brothers, talk to your sisters. I guarantee you, y'all was raised in the same home by the same parents, went to the same schools in the same neighborhoods, and y'all still will have different experiences. Y'all still living in a different world. That's just real shit. And this is your brother that you share a room with. Probably grew up sleeping on the same mattress. And when y'all get grown and y'all sharing y'all childhood experience, you like, damn, bro, I didn't know you looked at it that way. Because I didn't experience that shit. And y'all in the same fucking house. So everybody experiences ain't the same, bro. The world is whatever you create. You can create a world where racism don't exist directly in your world, even though it exists in the world. Because that's what a lot of people do. That's why you hear a lot of these celebrities and a lot of these millionaires and shit be like, oh, racism don't exist, because they're not hyper focused on it anymore. And once they reach a certain level, different doors unlock, they start meeting different people. That shit really in their world don't exist unless they wanted to and they want to focus on it. But yeah, that might be too deep for simple-minded people to understand. But yeah, man, we're going to run through these topics. LaRusell crazy, though. He better pipe down, man, before he ruin his career. Like I said, he gave an apology. Wayne didn't even acknowledge it, to my knowledge. But he did set a fire in the industry, and it seems like the industry is pushing a red button on Lil Wayne for whatever reason. They're trying to tarnish his image. It's just not going to happen, bro. Wayne gave us too much great music over the years to let niggas do that.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like he say, but I don't, this is music, man. I'm not trying to, this ain't no, I ain't giving no lecture. I know shit like, I don't, they be like, he say pussy too much, but I can say it as many times as I want. I come from the South, man. I come from pussy. You don't remember Luke and Two Loud Crew? Shit like that, man. I come from shit like that. Bust down and shit like that, you know. Nasty bitch and shit like that. 3-6 Mafia and shit, you know, slide on my line. Like, come on, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, what you want me to talk about? Like, so, you know, so sometimes my nigga like, they got a nigga like Taz. He gonna come with a song and be like, he gonna come with the hook already on there. You know, he gonna come with a song and the hook already, somebody on there talking about, you know, the world. And that make a nigga have to do a song about the world and shit, or about another subject.
Shout out to Weezy, cuz. Yeah, we're going to get into the FBA versus Tether talk. I know a lot of people came here for that. We definitely going to get into that. I'm getting a lot of hate mail. I'm getting a lot of backlash from the FBAs for whatever reason. I mean, I really don't give a fuck. I'm going to stand on the way I feel regardless of who agrees and who disagrees. That's why I say I'm the villain, because they hate me for my opinion, because men don't care who likes them. See, a man gonna stand on his beliefs, period, point blank, regardless of the backlash, regardless of the consequences, and regardless of who likes it or who likes him or who don't like him, because that's what is required to be a real stand-up man. So, oh, somebody says systemic racism is real. It affects everybody in the world. Systemic racism is real. Yes, it is. But if I cultivate a life that I want, and I got everything in life that I want, it does not affect me at that point. If I'm comfortable, I got my house, my family taken care of, I can travel where I want, I can buy what I want, I can do what I want inside of the law, and even money can buy you ways out of the law to live above the law. At that point, how is it affecting me? If I got my own business, I own it, I'm profiting, I'm good. How is it affecting me at that point? Because you say it is? Like, come on, bro. But let's get into the FBA versus Tether talk, right? Because a lot of y'all turning into extremists, and a lot of y'all don't even know what the fuck you mad about. You just want to be mad about something. A lot of people just want to be mad about something because their mind is programmed on negativity. So out of every situation in life, The only thing they know how to do is find the negative out of it. They don't know how to think independently. They don't know how to take constructive criticism. They don't know how to agree to disagree. The only thing they know how to do is hear something, see something, and find the negative in it, which is why their whole life is negative, which is why their whole life is fucked up, which is why you should avoid those people and they negative fucked up energy, because they're going nowhere fast, because that's the only thing they focus on. Now, FBA, it's a lineage, Black Americans. The name FBA, to my knowledge, came from Tariq Nasheed. Was Tariq Nasheed the first person to talk about this type of movement? No. He studied the people in the past who laid the foundation for the movement. But to my knowledge, he came up with the FBA name. I never heard that before Tariq Nasheed, right? Boom. Everybody agreed, oh, that's a cool name. They ran with it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with whatever we deem to want to call ourselves. My fight is not stuck on a name and what we call ourselves. To me, it went from a cool thing to, oh, y'all getting caught up in the psyop. Oh, y'all getting caught up in the same divide and conquer tactics. Oh, y'all lost in the sauce. Because it went from, okay, boom, this is our lineage, right? Because we want the reparations. We don't want the foreigners who didn't come from descendants of slaves to come here and be able to get the benefits of the reparations that we fought for. Cool with that. Whatever the case. Reparations ain't never happening, bro. Not the way y'all think. Reparations ain't never happening, in my opinion. You're not going to vote your way to get reparations, bro. They took the country. They took your land. They enslaved your people. Some of your people. Everybody wasn't a slave. By force. So if you think they just gonna say, oh, I'm sorry, and give you a bunch of money for it, you crazy. And these the same people who in the comments saying, oh, systemic racism is real. So if systemic racism is real, that would mean that the racists run the system, right? Because that's how they can oppress you, by using systemic racism. So why the fuck would the same people that you're claiming is oppressing us by systemic racism, using systemic tactics like redlining, like not giving you loans for housing and vehicles, like not giving you jobs, getting you fired from jobs, things of that nature, why would they give you reparations? You can't have it both ways. That's why I said voting is fake. Voting is not even real. And we can get to that too, because when I asked the FBA members, and I know they get mad when I call them members, what's the solution? They said, we're going to vote for reparations. We're going to write these bills up. We're going to take this to Congress and we're going to get it passed and we're going to get reparations to get land. Right there, you lost me. You already lost me from the jump. You going to do what? I thought you said we was being oppressed systemically. I thought you said the ones who run the system was the racist ones. So how we going to write a bill and get it passed by them to help us? That don't make sense. That makes no sense to me. Now, my plight with the movement is, yes, there are tethers, right? I know what a tether is. There's foreigners who don't fuck with Black Americans. There are Black Americans that don't fuck with foreigners. But there's also Black Americans that don't fuck with Black Americans. There's house Negroes here that are Black Americans. So should I align with them? No, I don't align with fuck niggas. I don't align with rats. I don't align with people who are not like-minded. I don't align with people who only can think negatively. I don't align with people who think from a lack-filled mindset. And I don't align with people who have a victim mentality. And unfortunately, that is a lot of people who claim this FBA. A lot of y'all got a victim mentality, and anybody who does not think they are a victim, you guys call them tethers. Anybody who thinks they're not being oppressed and go, nah, I can create the life I want for myself, y'all call them a tether. So no, I don't align with y'all. Now, the like-minded people I align with. See, y'all want to spend more time focusing on names than actual progress. See, when you start talking about progress, I'm all ears. I'm all down for the cause. But if the only thing you want to do is sit here and go round and round and round and talk about the problems with no solutions, I'm not fucking with that, bro. I'm not fucking with that. I know foreigners, bro, and they don't think the way that y'all claiming that they think. Is that all of them? No. Do some of them hate us? Probably, yeah. And to be honest, I don't even think they hate us. I think they hate the opportunities that we have that they want. You know, most hatred is rooted in jealousy. Like racism. Most racists are secretly jealous of black people. They're insecure. They know we're the most wanted man on the planet. We have the most masculinity out of all men on the planet. We have the most beautiful women on the planet. We have the most melanin enriched skin on the planet. We are literally the chosen people, if you want to look at it from every aspect on the planet. So of course, they're jealous of that because we have what they lack and what they want. So if I'm in a third world country and I'm looking across the water and I see people who got what I want, I might be envious and jealous of that. I might want a piece of that. It ain't no different than in the hood, nigga. They do it right here on a smaller scale. Let you make it out the hood, make something of yourself, leave and come back. You might end up a victim out of jealousy. So what make you think is any different anywhere else in the world? And this is on a smaller scale. This is in the United States of America. You can go to any projects out here, go out there with some jewelry on, a nice car, and you might be a victim. Ask Pop Smoke. Leaked his address online and got smoked because people wanted what he had. No reason, no beef with him, no nothing. He just had something that they wanted and they was jealous and they went, he lost his life for them trying to get it. So most of the jealousy and the hatred comes from just that, jealousy. Shout out to Bigger Than Hip Hop. You say I feel you, but the problem is you only got real smoke for FBAs. You got 10% smoke for Tethers, 90% smoke for FBAs. We see the balance. You talked about the Haitian girl that went on a long FBA rant. No, correction. I don't have smoke for FBAs. I got smoke for people in the comments talking shit, which just so happens to only be FBAs. You notice there's no Tethers in the comments ever saying, oh, fuck you, FBA niggas. It ain't never no foreigners talking what y'all talking. It ain't no foreigners ever in the comments saying, oh, fuck you, Viral. You a this, you a that. What's those racist names that y'all say they come up with over there to call black Americans? Why I don't never see them in the comments? All the hatred that I get comes from FBAs. So why are you confused that when I get on here and return the smoke that you give to me, now you acting confused like you don't know what's going on when you're the only ones in the comments disrespecting me because I don't share the same opinion as you, not facts, because you don't have facts. You have emotions and opinions. And because I don't share the same emotions and opinions as you got smoke for me, but you get mad when I return the same smoke. Like, look at I Don't Play Games. What's up, bro? Good looking for the donation. He said, hey, clown, if you're going to talk about Tariq, can you show us verifiable work you put in for the black community that exceeds Tariq's work? If you can't do that, you sound like a hater. Now, look, he came out of nowhere. I ain't call this man not a name in the book. First thing he say is, hey, clown. Now, how should I respond to that? Mind you, this is something he'll never say to me in person. That's number one. But since he's behind the safety of the internet, he gonna talk the way he talk, internet troll shit, right? But he says, hey, clown, why am I a clown? Because I think for myself, now I'm a clown. Now you see what I'm saying? All of y'all who are doing this is FBA. This isn't no Jamaican, it's no Haitian. This isn't nobody from no island in the comments calling me a clown. It's only FBAs. So how do I only have smoke for y'all when y'all the one with the smoke? Mind you, I never said I had an issue with Tariq. The issue that I had with Tariq is I don't have a personal issue. I don't like the divisiveness where he's starting to make it seem like, from what I can see, anybody from over there is the enemy in a tether. When I watch his Twitter, that's all I see him pointing out. is who he deems a tether or any of them who got anything negative to say about FBA. So to me, when you do that, it makes it look like you profit off of the beef. It makes it look like you profit off the beef because that's what these companies do. That's what the powers to be that do. You ever heard of the ants in the jar theory? That's what's going on with the FBAs and the foreign blacks. It's the ants in the jar theory. You got red ants and you got black ants in a jar, living in their own communities, right? Everything peaceful. The black ants here, the red ants here. The person outside the jar takes the jar, shakes it up, sets the jar back down. They all like, oh shit, what the fuck going on? They looking around like, who did it? Red ants look across at the black ants, blame the black ants. Black ants look across at the red ants, blame the red ants. Now they going to war. You shook the jar. No, you shook the jar. Whole time they never stopped to look outside the jar and realize who really shaking the jar, who's really causing the divisiveness. And that's what's going on. You got FBAs here, and then you got foreign blacks here in a jar, and then you got the power to be up top shaking the jar, and then all at the bottom fighting each other like dumbasses. So because I'm not a dumbass and I don't fall for the trickery, you're mad at me. Make that make sense, bro. Shout out to Chicago 1288. You said, what has Tariq actually done for black people? That'll be a question for these FBA members who going so crazy in the comments. Let me know what he did. Only thing I know is he built the museum. Shout out to Chicago 88. Boom. See, I didn't even see your comment, bro. You said Tariq built the museum he makes money from and asked for reparations. What has he actually done? How am I pro-tether when I am anti-house Negro? I'm anti-snitch. If you a rat, you're a tether to me. Fuck you. If you're anti-black, fuck you. So how am I pro-tether? Make that make sense, bro. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link in the comments. I want you to come up and express yourself. Verbalize yourself. Tell me, because you have yet to tell me how I am pro-tether. That don't even make sense. That literally makes no sense. Y'all niggas keep bringing up Tariq. Only thing I said is Tariq has a spell over y'all. Anyone who disagrees with Tariq, y'all call it tether. Anyone who questions Tariq's ideas, y'all call it tether. That's why I call y'all a cult. It's okay to follow a leader, but it is also okay to question that leader. And that leader should have answers for your questions, which is why they're the leader. Why would you blindly follow anybody? That don't make sense. That's why I don't subscribe to no religion, because they don't allow you to question it. You get looked down on for questioning things when you follow religion. They tell you have blind faith. Don't you dare question God. Don't you dare question none of the hypocrisies in this book. Just follow it all. Like, come on, bro. And people want to know my origins. They must be new to the content, right? I'm going to let y'all see. Hold on. Boom. So this episode 163, I went out to Carolina and I interviewed my dad. So if you ain't seen this interview, go tap into it. My dad was in the Vietnam War, did 2 tours over 20 years, Green Berets, Special Forces. It don't get no more American than that. My dad was on the front line. So you can go here and he'll tell you all his history from childhood to why he joined the army, to how he went to Vietnam, to how he went up during the ranks and all of that. He'll tell you the day I was born in California. Pops is from Houston, went out to, you know what, just go watch the interview. I'll give you a little preview.
I want to dedicate this to the vets because the stories. So I wanted to catch a lot of your stories on camera, not only for me, but for your grandkids, for my kids. A lot of these stories they never heard. So why don't you tell the people a little bit about your upbringing first?
Well, I grew up, it was hard times back then. I never known my father. You know, and mother grew up going around, passing around from home to home, uncles and aunts. And I got tired of that. I was a homeless person.
Whoa.
Ads.
What's
Hold on.
that? I just built a budgeting app in
Yes.
Base 44.
Nah, they not
Guys,
gonna finesse me.
Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Let me skip these damn ads. Let's get back to it. You ain't gonna force me to get that premium, YouTube. Leave me the fuck alone.
For a long time. Be out on the streets, clothes was raggedy, had no money, and even got into sports, but because I was so poor, I couldn't do too much of that. But I walk around, and one day it had rained, and I was sitting out on this road, and I saw this old black Packard coming up a driveway, coming down the road. The road similar to this one out here. The guy stopped and said, "Boy, what you doing out here?" I said, "I'm sitting nowhere to go." He said, "Where you live?" I said, "Nowhere." He said, "Come on, get in." That was a cool day. I got in that car, it was so nice and warm. He took me home with him, introduced me to his family. I started growing up with them. And one time they wanted to adopt me for good, and I said, "No, I'm keeping my name green."
Now I'm playing this because a lot of people questioning my origins, which is fucking hilarious. But yeah, like I said, you can go listen to this whole 2-hour interview. You can hear plenty of war stories, all the guns, the deaths, the unalivings, the bombings, like the whole Vietnam War from somebody who was on the actual front lines, to kids popping out of holes in the jungle, trying to take your head off, to giant pythons, the whole shebang. It don't get no more American than that. I don't know no Tethers who was fighting in the Vietnam War. Last time I checked, it was Black Americans fighting in the Vietnam War on the front lines. And my pops was special forces, 2 tours. So I don't come from a lineage of bitch niggas. So I don't identify with bitch niggas because it's not in my blood. So it'd be a lot of bitch niggas mad at me, and I understand why. Because we not the same. So if you want to know my origin story, like I said, go watch this interview, episode 163. I'm gonna play a little more just so y'all can hear where my pops is from. Oh, where your father from?
But he was a good guy and everything. You know, everybody had problems. Put me through school. Then I got out of school, running around and got involved with a lot of things. Being like a hit man and everything. Learned those ways. But then one day,
caught that, right? He said I was homeless, living in the streets, got into a lot of things, even had to become a hit man to get money. Yeah, let that sit with you.
I was downtown Houston walking around.
Downtown Houston. Let me rewind it a little bit because y'all not catching it. Downtown Houston. That don't sound like the islands. That don't sound like Haiti. That don't sound like all these places they keep saying I'm from.
Houston walking around. The things. Being like a hit man and everything. Learned those ways. But then one day I was downtown Houston walking around. The sign said, "Uncle Sam wants you." I said, "I tried everything. I'm going to try this." So I go in, talk to the recruiter. Sitting there, we talk, and he says, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, man, I want to join up." So we sat down and talked. He told me about this doing the Vietnam War era then. So we was talking. He said, "You take the test." So I took the test. At that time, all you need to score was 16 on called the amplitude battery test. He had a lot of other tests to take, but then I scored like 80 something on the test. He said, "Man, you can go to officer training school." I said, "No, I don't do that. I want to be like you. I want to be a sergeant like you." So we kept talking and talking. And he said, "When you want to go?" So I'm ready to go now. I said, "Go tell your parents." I said, "I have no parents this week." So we talked. Then he said, "You think you tough?" I said, "I'm tough enough to take you out." He says, "I have a place for you." I said, "Where?" He said, "A Green Beret Special Force." I said, "Where do I sign?"
Special Forces.
Sure enough, signed up. Stayed in a motel that night. I think about 4 o'clock that morning, they got us out.
Go do your history on the Green Beret soldiers. Green Beret Special Forces. I don't think it was no Tethers in the Green Beret Special Forces, bro. But yeah, go do your history. Like I said, you can go watch that episode and hear all the war stories. It got crazy, for sure. I don't play games with some more trolling. You said, wasn't you the one calling people out their names yesterday for debunking the dumb points, you gaslighting? Nobody was disrespecting you. We disagreed. You called me a bitch, though. I said you sound like a bitch. See, comprehension is not your strong point, bro. I didn't say you were a bitch because I don't know you. The comment that you left, I said, damn, you sound like a bitch. Because I don't know no grown men that cry over words like the way you was crying. Oh, the Africans call us bad words and mean words, and they made up words for us. So why would I give a fuck? I don't care. We ain't even in Africa, bro. You not even over there. Ain't none of them calling you them names. The only time you hear those names is when you log online and you go down your algorithm, which you cultivated yourself to see that type of content. So every time you open your phone or your laptop, that's the first thing you see because that's the type of videos that you watch. So the algorithm gives it to you, brings more of it to you. My algorithm don't show that. So I said, yeah, you sound like a bitch. I didn't say you were a bitch. I never met you. So you gotta think, bro. But like I said, y'all wanted to know my origins, right? Pops is from Houston. Houston don't sound like an island to me. Pops fought in Vietnam War. They wasn't fighting in Vietnam, bro. It was black Americans. Pops was in the Green Berets. Like I said, over 20 years. So y'all could be mad all y'all motherfucking want to. And I already told you, Mom's is from the Rack, Chicago. So yeah, there it is. But anyways, I'm still waiting for one of y'all to come up here and tell me how I'm so against FBAs and all this. See, this is the thing with y'all. Y'all don't have no intelligent counters. So the only thing you could say is, oh, you must be a tether. Where you from? That's y'all only go to every single time. That's why I be laughing at y'all and say that y'all motherfuckers is in a cult, bro. What up? Unmute your mic, bro.
My bad. What's up with you?
What's happening? What's happening? Your camera broke or what?
Nah, bro, I'm at work.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Nah, bro, I just wanted to get on here real quick and just get on these FBA retards, because straight up, FBA ain't nothing but an extension of the Democratic Party. If you think about what they're doing, what do Democrats do when black people go outside of what Democrats tell them to think? They get on you, they start telling you you're selling out, they call you a coon, they call you this. As soon as FBA, you start telling people getting on people about FBA, what they start doing? They start telling you a sellout, telling you a coon. FBA ain't nothing but all the black Democrats still fighting for slavery and trying to get reparations. A whole bunch of race hustling grifters. That's all Tariq Nasheed is.
And that's why I started to question it, because I said, damn, it sounded good when I first heard about it. But then when I look at his actions or the actions of what the FBAs is doing, it don't look like nothing but divisiveness to me. It don't look like trying to create true progress and gain true power. It looks like asking the oppressors for help, which makes zero sense to me. It looks like saying, hey, we as black people can't come from under the systemic system that we exist under the race. I don't agree. We can do it all ourselves. Anyone who thinks anything other than that is called a tether or a sellout. Who's really the tether? Someone telling you, hey, we need the aid and help of white people. And I don't even want to say white people, but they run the motherfucking government, right? Really, if you look at the top of everything, they Jewish, but Jewish is not a race. They're white. I know they like to separate it and go, Jews ain't white, bro. They white, period. They may be a different type of white, but they white. So if y'all say we need to vote and ask them for help, are you telling me we're helpless? Because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like victim mentality, bro. And I don't walk around with victim mentality because I'm not a victim. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You spitting, bro, my boy. Tap when you off the clock, Brody. Shout out to Birdstone. As always, you say educate these people on your lives, big bro. No need to stoop to their low level of understanding. Stay on your square. Fuck the rest. You already know. That's why I tell them from the jump. Niggas the villain because they hate me for my opinion. I don't give a fuck. You can like it, love it, or hate it. I'm going to speak what I deem as the truth and align as close to the facts as possible. Yes, they say Jewish is a religion and an ethnicity, but it is not a race. It's not a race. They're white. And we need to stop trying to separate that because it makes it seem like it's some other force. No, they're white, bro. That's like you being Jamaican and saying, oh, I ain't black. No, nigga, you still black. You can call yourself Jamaican, Haitian, whatever, nigga. You're black, bro. You got melanin in your skin, period. You could say you copper, or we copper people, we people are different shades of wheat, whatever. Jewish ain't a race, though. What's happening?
Nah, sorry about that, bro. My boss had walked up on me and shit. Nah, but like, yeah, man, they're all just race hustlers. Like, if you think about Tariq Nasheed, he ain't done nothing. All he do is say we need reparations. That's the only thing I've ever heard him say. We need reparations. We need the FBA, Foundational Black America. We need reparations. And then he built a museum. He makes money off of it. Is any of that gone to the black community in the town where he built that museum? None of it. When's the last time Tariq Nasheed went and handed out turkeys? Never done it. Hood. So basically, niggas from the hood that sell drugs do more for the community than Tariq Nasheed does.
That's crazy work.
If you really think about that, and you got these people online crying about Tariq Nasheed, like, what did you like? And this is what I'm talking about, bro. These are the brainwashed black people in our community, bro. You won't find I don't think you will find any FBA that was not going to vote Democrat. Any black person that called himself FBA that's not going to vote Democrat. What the FBA movement is just another extension of the Democrat Party. It's meant to keep you whipped in line. And what's the number one way that black people stay on the Democrat Party? Race hustling. What do they cry about? Racism. That's all Tariq Nasheed is. FBA is nothing but an extension of the Democrat Party. That's all it is. But you got like these idiots in here, and then they ask me what I built. Like, nigga, what have you built? Like, you fighting for Tariq Nasheed, like you done built some shit. Like, you got niggas asking you what you built, like, but they ain't built shit. All they do is send money to this nigga Tariq Nasheed and fucking Dr. Umar, who recently said he finished the school and he got an inspection on Tuesday, and now he got to wait another 3 years to open the motherfucker up. Like, come on, man. Like,
see, that's fair to question. People will say, "Oh, you a tether for questioning that, man? He trying to help the community." I'm going, hold on, cuz he done had damn near.
How long is it gonna take for the help?
The donations. Where this fucking school at, bro?
Exactly. And then if you think about it, even with him, you like, okay, so you open the school. Is there gonna be fees for the school? So you feel me? Are you gonna have books? So now you finally got the school up and running. You got it built. What about the books? What about the internet? What about the computers? You know what I'm saying? It's a never-ending grift promising you some shit that you ain't never gonna get, like reparations. Tariq Nasheed.
Yeah, I don't
before that.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with that shit because if you, on one hand, if you say the system is the one oppressing us, that's the same system you asking for reparations from. So why would they give you if they're oppressing you? It makes no sense.
Exactly, bro. But yeah, I gotta go though. But I just wanted to chop it up because I can see these niggas in your chat and they sound fucking retarded. Like, black people have to stop with this shit. It's the begging, the free shit. You're never gonna get it, bro. You gotta get out there and make it happen yourself. You feel me? And the people that's telling you, we gonna give you reparations, we gonna make sure everything, they the ones hustling you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I gotta go. Thank you, bro, for having me on.
It's good to see a black man at work too, man. Because they like to say we all lazy and shit, but I know we be out here.
Yeah, man. Not all of us sell drugs, man.
Shout out to bro, cuz on the set. Y'all crazy. Y'all trying to clown a nigga for having a job? Are y'all in 2026? Are y'all really clowning a black man for having a job? A trade at that. He ain't sitting at the office at some computer. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but we all know AI is coming to take all those jobs. A lot of those trade jobs AI can't take just yet. Are y'all really clowning someone at work? Y'all crazy as hell, man. What do y'all do for a living? To be clowning someone at work, making an honest living. If he was on a block smoking weed, y'all be like, oh, this bum, he's bad for the... It's like, it's no winning with niggas. This is what I mean. If you on the block gangbanging, you a terrorist. You bad for the community. You go to work and make an honest living, and niggas laughing at you for getting a paycheck. Even if you own a business, there's no business without employees. Make it make sense. Everybody's not an entrepreneur, bro. Y'all let social media fuck y'all head up. Most entrepreneurs is broke. Y'all niggas is crazy, cuz there's no winning with niggas, bro. And just to show y'all, when I said that Tariq started the FBA, this was just the proof. The name, right? Tariq Nasheed, a controversial actor, film producer, and internet personality, is credited with founding FBA due to its political stances and specific claims. The foundational Black Americans movement often faces backlash online, creating an ideological divide amongst its critics and proponents. So yes, Tariq Nasheed is behind the FBA. That's the only reason I really say his name, is because I know he created it. Y'all mad cuz at work. Y'all crazy. FBA is a lineage. Bro, you keep saying that shit. I don't give a fuck. What? So before we called it FBA, what was you calling it? Before we called it FBA, what were you calling being a Black American? Because just a couple years ago, I distinctly remember niggas saying, we ain't Americans, we Black. Fuck America. Like, come on, cuz y'all niggas is crazy. And that wasn't even Tariq's picture, which is crazy, right? See how they disrespect us online? That wasn't even Tariq. I think that was like Stephon Diggs or some shit. These niggas crazy. But yeah, voting don't work, in case you didn't know. Voting is a scam. Voting don't work. Voting is a scam. They would have never given you the right to vote if you could actually make change by voting. Since we had the right to vote, not one single election ever independently has resulted in the betterment of the Black community. Not once. They gave LGBT more rights than the Black community. Your vote, you know what voting is? Voting is to make you seem like you have skin in the game so you don't revolt. So what they said was, it's better if the slave thinks they're free. The best slave is the slave that thinks they're free. See, if you keep chains and shackles on a person, on a slave long enough, eventually they'll get tired of it and revolt. But if you give them a little freedom, make them believe that they're free, they'll never revolt. Give them bread and circuses. Give them alcohol. Give them weed. Give them pills. Give them sports. Give them television. Give them all these distractions. They'll never stop to think, wait a minute, we're still slaves. These motherfuckers print the money and make us give our real time for it. And then they make cost of living so high that we got to work till we die for these people. But y'all never stop to think about that. And you getting taxed 85 different ways while they find all type of loopholes to not pay taxes. And you think you can vote your way out of that? Y'all crazy. Shout out to Chicago 1288. You said exactly. These idiots are following an actor and an online personality for life guidance. That was crazy that the first thing they described him as was an actor. That was nuts. There goes the link, bro. There goes the link right there. But yeah, if you think you can go put your name on a piece of paper and put a check next to something, and these billionaires, trillionaires, millionaires give a fuck about your goyim low-class opinion because that's how they view all of us, that's not a part of those royal bloodlines, you're out your fucking mind. You're literally out of your mind. Shout out to Chicago 1288. You said if voting don't matter, why did Virginia just get introduced with 50 new tax bills with the person they just elected who is a Democrat? It's called theater. It's called high-level theater. We have to make it look real so you believe it. We know we gonna do whatever the fuck we want, period. Regardless of what you think. Why do you think the electoral colleges is the vote that they really count? They don't count the popular vote. This person could win the popular vote. They gonna say, oh, this is what the people want. Okay, cool. We don't give a fuck. What the electoral vote say? And then they rigged the vote. We know that. We done seen all the voter fraud going on. What's happening?
You hear me? You hear me?
What's the deal?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's
Yeah,
the word?
yeah, all this divisive shit. I still don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The divisiveness is coming from them. When you're in somebody else's
Where you lost that? Where you lost that? Let's start there.
one, when you're in somebody else's country talking shit about the people who made it possible for you to be here, that's an automatic violation. Ain't no argument. Ain't no going back and forth. Ain't no fucking divisiveness on our side. We don't have racial slurs we call these people. We fought for them to be here. Ain't no divisiveness on our side. Anybody say that shit is on some bullshit.
Okay,
And when
so do you believe in systemic racism?
what? Okay, what does that have to do with what I just said about?
I'm about to get.
Yeah,
If you would ask the
yeah,
question, do you believe in systemic racism?
yeah.
Okay, who are the people? What race of people are systemically oppressing our people?
The white supremacists.
Okay, are Tethers white supremacists? Do they make the laws, or do the white supremacists make the laws?
The white supremacists make the laws.
So why the fuck would I focus on what someone is calling me versus someone who's actually oppressing me?
Nobody cares about
Systemically.
what people are calling.
Meaning they're controlling where I live. They're controlling what my kids learn in school. They're controlling what goes in our bodies. They're poisoning us. Everything God that the system is doing that's tied to systemic
That wasn't
racism.
even my point.
Why is that not your focus? Why is your focus
Our focus
other
is
fucking
that,
black
but I'm
people?
saying,
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying that the point that you were making, you're trying to say that we're divisive. That's not true. The point of me saying that they call us racial slurs is to prove that they're the ones that are being divisive, not us. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
the people in
You all
charge.
that other stuff, yeah, I don't know what you're
Listen,
talking about.
the people who are systemically oppressing you are also calling you racial slurs. What are you
Right.
trying to do about that?
Okay, and another thing, 90% of Africans who were sold in the transatlantic slave trade was sold by African leaders. So why the hell are we sitting up here trying to help these niggas too? Why should we unify with them when they look down on us? Then everybody looks down on us. We don't have no allies. We need to focus on ourselves. That's what FBA is
It's
doing.
focusing on ourselves,
Yep.
worrying about
Getting
what
everybody
Africans
out the
are
paint,
calling us, or it's focusing on ourselves, worrying about gaining
getting all
some
these
power in
Caribbeans and
this.
Africans out of our business.
I
Getting all
have
these
yet to hear you
Caribbean
come
and
up with this.
African politicians out of our business.
Okay, let's keep them out. Boom. What's the solution now?
The solution now is to fight for our stuff, get lineage-based policies. And that's what we've been missing. Because we had all this stuff in the 80s and the 70s. But what messed it up is when they came over here and they started leeching off of our name and they started, because if you look in New York, all types of set-asides and benefits that the Africans or Caribbeans are getting, they getting all that civil rights shit. They getting that shit off of our name. They're not fighting for that shit.
Okay, let's say,
And that's
okay,
why
listen.
yeah, I'm gonna say this.
Let's say
And this
they
is why
are.
they are.
Let's say that they are.
They
The
are.
point that you're missing, who is giving it to them? They
Right.
got to get it from somebody and somewhere. So who's giving it to them?
Right.
Why are you not focusing on that?
This dude, bro.
They can't get what someone's not giving them. You're not making no fucking sense.
What are you talking about?
You said they come over here and they get all these benefits off what we fought for. But who the
Right.
fuck is
Because they're
giving it?
controllable. Yeah, because they can be controlled. We can't be controlled. That's why they get the benefits that they get. That's
So
why
if
they
you
can
if
turn
you
around.
cut the
Right.
head off the
That's why
snake,
you have a Myron Gaines that'll sit up there and talk this white supremacist nonsense because he has to be in control. They control him. They tell them what to say. They practice white
you're
supremacy
being
too.
controlled as well.
Africans are stop, bro. Africans
You're
practice
being
white
controlled.
supremacy too.
You're being controlled. You have yet to tell me what your plan is to stop white supremacy. You said, let's get
Hey,
some.
what's your plan? What's your plan, bro? What's your
You said,
plan, bro?
let's get
Hey,
some
and another
lineage
thing,
based.
could you tell me? Because I don't even have a problem with like people talking about Tariq. I think it's some hating shit. But if you gonna at least talk
What am I
about Tariq,
hating on? What am I hating on?
if you gonna talk about Tariq, could you tell me what have you done that is verifiable that everybody can see that you've done for the black community? If you can't do that, you ain't got no business talking about Tariq. Because at least Tariq was doing something. He got a museum. He didn't stop them people, just stop them Latinos and them Caribbeans talking about
He
they
got a
started hip hop
museum.
with.
You said he got a museum.
Yeah, he has a museum.
A museum about what?
Hidden history. FBAs.
We got a
That's
museum.
our
We
people.
got the largest African American museum damn near in the
Here goes
world.
this shit. Here we
Have
go.
you been there?
Here we go. This is the hating shit I'm
Have
talking
you
about.
been there?
This
Have
is
you
the,
even been
what,
there?
you didn't even answer my question, bro. What have you done for the
I'm
black
saying we
community?
already have a
What
museum.
have you done for the black community? So
Already
what
have
you
a
think that you can
museum
talk about? I'm
pointing
just
out our
saying,
history.
if
A
you
lot
got
of
if you're talking about Tariq,
how is
which
a
is fine.
museum benefiting?
If
No,
you're
no,
gonna
listen.
talk
No,
about
no,
Tariq,
listen.
which is
No,
fine,
no, no, no,
show me
no.
show me your work.
How is a
Show me your
museum?
work. Show me you making hidden.
All right, now I'm gonna mute you. How is a museum helping the black community? Explain that to me. Can the museum give us jobs? Can the museum help us get loans for housing? Can the museum reverse redlining? Does this museum stop systemic racism in any way? Can you answer those questions for me? I heard you say the museum several times. Does the museum help us in any way? Does the museum provide bail money? Does the museum give us any say-so in Congress? Does the museum give us any say-so in the regular court of law, meaning judges, meaning lawyers? Can you tell me
He
that?
was doing that during the protest in 2020. What was you doing? He was out there protesting, bailing people out. What was you doing?
He was protesting what?
He was protesting during, I think it was Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. Well, he was actually getting people out. Actually, he was talking to Adonis, the dude that just knocked out that dude from Romania. He trying to get him out of jail right now.
I
Again,
don't
bro,
believe in. I
tell
don't.
me what
Okay,
your
okay, see, look, you
verifiable
must be
works
new
is,
here.
bro,
You must
before
be
you
new
start
here.
talking
I
about
don't believe
somebody
in
else.
protesting. I don't believe in
I don't,
protesting without action behind the
here,
protest.
bro.
I don't
And then
believe in
another
going
thing,
on the street,
you keep calling
holding up a
other people
sign, and
agents,
throwing a
but
tantrum.
the things that you believe in side with the CIA. You call
The
other
things that
people
I believe
CIA,
in is
but the
action, bro.
things that
Not
you
talk.
believe in, they fit CIA narratives. Your shit fit the CIA narrative.
What's the
Again,
CIA narrative? Tell me.
I don't believe in reparations. I don't think we're gonna get reparations. Oh, this shit. Okay, do you think the CIA want us to get reparations? Didn't you
What?
say that shit? Didn't you say that shit? You didn't believe it. You don't think that these niggas is gonna give us reparations. Didn't you say that?
Comprehension is not your strong point, bro. Yeah, I'm
Didn't
gonna
you,
tell you what I said.
bro?
Let me tell you what I said, because you can't comprehend what I said. I said you're not gonna get
Bro,
reparations.
you're not smart, bro. You're
No,
dumb as
I
hell.
said
Bro, stop
the
trying to act like
reparations.
you're smart, bro. You a plebiscite babbling idiot, bro. Go. Stop disrespecting me, bro.
I said
I
the
would haven't been
reparations that you want is going to have to be taken in blood, not in the street holding up signs, not writing up fucking legislation and going to some satanic worshiping PDF files who don't even like black people that you say is racist and is systemically oppressing you. You're asking satanic devil worshiping PDF files to pass legislation for you in a system that you say is systemically oppressing us. And you believe these people are going to help you.
so, bro. All right, I just listened to that shit. Then
Can the black
if
man
that's the
help
case,
himself?
and if that's the case, what you're saying, then we should still be enslaved right now. If what you saying is true, then we should still be enslaved right now, correct?
You're not enslaved? Do you pay
Are we
taxes?
still in chains? Are we still picking cotton?
Do
Are we still in the
you
tobacco
pay
fields,
taxes?
bro? Could you tell me what we doing?
I'm
What we doing? I
telling
got
you.
free will, bro. I can go wherever the fuck I want.
Can you go
I
wherever
can go
you
wherever
want?
I want. I'm in this nice ass neighborhood right
Okay.
here. I can go wherever I
Travel
want.
outside the country without a passport. Let me know if you get through customs.
You can't go. You can't go to no other country would allow you to
You
come in
just
without a
told me you can
passport. That's
go. You
dumb,
just told
bro.
me you can go
That don't
wherever the
even
fuck
make
you
no.
want.
You're not even making
You just
sense.
told me you can go wherever
You're
you
not
want.
even making sense.
Can you go to
Yes,
another
I can do whatever
country
I
without
want.
a passport?
All I gotta do is get a passport. What's wrong with that? If I want to go somewhere, let me get a passport and I can go.
Okay.
What the hell is you
If
talking
you want to
about?
go without a passport, can you go?
Man, get the man, bro. You making
You just told
making
me you
dumb
can go wherever the
arguments,
fuck
bro.
you
That
want,
don't
and I'm
even
just
make
proving to you,
sense.
no, you can't. You can go where you get permission to go.
Dude, bro. So again, are we picking cotton or are we on the tobacco fields or what?
You're a free range chicken. You're a free slave. You think you're free.
I'm a free slave. I'm a free slave. So what's your
Do you pay for
solution
energy?
to that?
Do you pay? You pay an electric bill?
Yeah.
Okay, energy's free. Why are you paying an electric bill? Do you pay a water bill?
It's on 1%. Yep.
Water was here before we was. Why are you paying for water? Do you pay taxes?
Okay,
You
so
go to
what
work.
is
Who
all this
gets money first?
plebiscite babbling crap?
You go to
What
work.
does
Who
that
gets
have
money
to do
first?
with
You
what
are
does that have
understand.
to do with divisiveness?
When you go to
What
work,
does that have to do with
when you
divisiveness?
go to work,
You didn't tell me your
who gets
works. You
money
didn't tell
first?
me your
Who
works.
gets money first?
You didn't tell me your
Hold on.
works.
Who gets
What
money
did you
first?
do?
You or Uncle Sam?
Here we go. This nigga over here
I'm
on this
asking you
plebiscite
very
shit.
simple questions, bro. You asked me, are we free or
I
are we
asked you a
slave?
question. You didn't answer not one question I asked you. How you gonna talk about somebody when his work is verifiable and yours is
What is
not?
your work besides yelling FBA on the internet?
I'm not talking shit about somebody I don't know. You're doing that. You're somebody.
Is it you?
What are you doing?
Is it you?
What are you do? What are you doing other than being on a podcast, running your mouth? What are you
Go ahead. I'm
doing?
gonna let you continue. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. I'm asking you. What is your works? Because you keep talking about a nigga who actually do stuff for the community, but you can't tell me shit. One thing you done, what you did. So tell me what you do. I just want to know.
So for the final, before we end this conversation, your solution is to write up legislation, go to the system that is systemically oppressing us by your own words and your own admission to get reparations.
Bro, then we should still be enslaved now. You trying to flip it. Then we enslaved now. Where's our chains at? Why are we not on
The
British
chains
farm?
is here on your mind. You see how stupid you've been sounding this whole conversation? This is where the chains are. They took the chains off your hands. They took the chains off your feet, and they put it on your dumbass brain that can't think for itself.
You're stupid. You're not smarter than me. You can't even answer my questions. You're dumb.
Are you a Democrat or a Republican?
I'm not no
Are you a Democrat or a Republican? Are you a Democrat or a Republican? Hey, look, you notice you just gotta let people like that talk, and long enough they gonna talk themselves right into the motherfucking booby trap. You know, when they start hurling insults rather than answers, you know they don't have shit. He came up here to question me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you talking shit about Tariq. Did I talk shit about Tariq? Tell me one thing that I said that's considered talking shit about Tariq. I said I have questions for Tariq. I said I would like to hold dialogue with Tariq. I would like to ask Tariq about some of the things that I see him online doing that, to me, in my opinion, is promoting divisiveness amongst black people. Because whether you agree we are the same or we come from different cultures, you are looked at the same as a tether. You are looked at the same as someone from Africa, as someone from Jamaica, as someone from Nigeria. I don't care what island they come off of. The people that is systemically oppressing you view you the same. So why is your fight with that person who is also being oppressed by the same system that you say we fighting, but you don't have no smoke for the actual system itself? That's why I said you sound like a bitch. Because it sounds like you want to pick on someone who you think you got an easy win with, but you're scared to go against the real enemy. Shout out to Chicago 1280. Okay, I already read that one. K-Bands, you said FBA, Foundational Black American, anyways, been black. I think you meant always been black. Shout out to Chicago 1288. You said if voting doesn't matter, how come it costs more to live in blue states? Brother, what part of this is a game? There's rules to a game. We have to create divide and conquer. We have to have the red fight the blue. But guess what? When you go to the grocery store, show me the red prices versus the blue prices. Let me know. They may make slight tweaks depending on state to state. That's to create the division. Oh, it's better. Gas is cheaper over here because it's a red state. Oh, gas is more expensive over here because it's a blue state. But instead of being mad at the people manipulating the prices, you're mad at the people that you think is voting for them. So if you think a Democrat is making the world worse, rather than go at the actual Democrats that you think is making the laws, you're going to go at the Democrats that vote. The ones that's not making any laws. It's always the bottom fighting the bottom, never stopping to look and go, hey, it's the ones at the top that's fucking us all over. Y'all never have no smoke for the ones at the top, only the people at the bottom. I can never align with that way of thinking. If I missed your super chat, the comments are fucking going fast. Put the comment in there again and I'll read it. I'm trying to scroll up. It's cutting comments off. I'm trying to go back up to y'all comments, man. I'm trying to read every single comment. Bro just got on here to say I'm stupid. I can't think. As he said a bunch of dumbass shit and came to dick ride Tariq. Go after the real oppressors. That's what I'm saying. The people that vote, you don't count. If voting mattered, bro, you wouldn't have white people right now going, what the fuck is going on? You wouldn't have Hispanic people right now going, what the fuck is going on? Listen, the Spanish people voted for Trump and Trump turned around and deported their ass. So ask them how much voting helped. They got the wake-up call that they ain't got in a long time. They got that real nigga wake-up call. They tried to align with the whiteness and sneak over there with the whiteness and think, oh, we going to identify as the white man. We going to vote for the white man. And boop, he got your ass up out of here. Y'all niggas crazy. All bro did get up here and say the Africans call us names. Not one time did he mention the so-called system that's actually oppressing us. He said they come over here and they get all the benefits. From who? See, he got a single layer, single track mind way of thinking. He almost connected the dots, but his brain stopped thinking, it overheated. Yes, they come over here and they get benefits. You know why? Because they know how stupid you are. And instead of being upset at the ones that's giving them those benefits over you, you're going to be mad at the ones getting the benefits. But if that was you getting the benefits, you wouldn't turn it down. You would do the same fucking thing. If you came from a third world country, you would do the same fucking thing. You said he cooked you. You got quiet as fuck. You can hear a pin drop. Yes, I got quiet because I noticed, hey, he's an emotional guy. He can't let you talk, listen, and then respond. As soon as he gets triggered, he has to hurry up and talk. So you know what I did? I stopped talking completely just to see what type of information he would add to the conversation. You notice when I stopped talking, he added no new information. He just hurled a bunch of insults because he's an emotional guy, probably raised by a single mom. He couldn't have a simple man-to-man dialogue. See, me, I don't need him to talk to add information to the conversation. I don't need him to talk to ask the questions that I want to ask. So when I noticed his emotions was controlling him, he couldn't get him in. Oh, man, what are you? Okay, cool. I'm going to just shut the fuck up. Here you go. You have the floor. When you done talking, I'm going to respond. And all he did was call me names and tell me Tariq had a fucking museum. I'm like, bro, we have a museum 30 times larger than that in DC right now with all type of black history in there, all type of black inventions. Bro didn't never answer a single question. The only thing he said was, we need reparations. But if they brought you over here, which he claims, which I don't even believe that, like I said, I don't believe we all came over here on a slave ship, on a slave boat, right? But he's supposed to be FBA, and he just sat here and told me we came over here on slave ships. The Africans sold other Africans, and that's how we ended up here in chains, and now that we free. So, nigga, are you indigenous here, or did you come off a slave ship? See, he talked fast, but think slow. He was talking fast, but thought slow. He just literally sat here and said, we came over here on slave ships because the Africans sold other Africans. But he's FBA. But according to him, he came from Africa, not America. So y'all don't listen. I listen when people talk. I don't get emotional. I'm gonna put the link back up here in case he want to come back up here. This should be like elementary. See, it looked like you could guard Jordan from the court, from the seats until you get out there on the court. It's a little different. But go ahead. If you think you can come up here and cook me, there you go. And I was still waiting for him to tell me how the voting ever helped us ever. Give me one bill that was specifically for the black culture. Don't come up here telling me no, oh, well, this bill had the trickle down effect. This bill, even though it was for minorities, it helped us too, because you know, even white women are labeled minorities. So technically, a white woman is a minority. How you think they got the most DEI benefits? This is how they keep finessing your dumb ass with the word minority. They never specifically say this is for black people. Y'all always want to talk about this trickle down effect and all this other shit. Yeah, I muted mics because this is my show and you're not going to overtalk a host on his own show. You're going to come up here and show respect. Once you start disrespecting, you're either going to get kicked or your mic going to get muted. You're not going to come up here and control my show. If you want to control the show, go start your show, then you can control it. This trickle down effect and all this other shit. You got to mute that, Brody. Yeah, I muted mics because this is my show and you're not going to mute that on his own show. You're going to come up here and show respect. Yeah, what's happening? Annie up. What's the deal, bro? You up? Turn your camera on. Turn your camera on. Unmute your mic. People can't follow basic instructions. This nigga's crazy. But yeah, like I said, the reason I muted his mic because he wouldn't shut the fuck up and stop over talking. That's why they give you as the host the power to mute mics, because people get emotional and they forget how to have a regular civil conversation. You can ask me what I'm doing. You can ask me what I'm doing compared to Tariq. You can do all that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That's not the gotcha moment that you think. I want to know, what is your solution? The only thing I've ever heard is we need reparations. And you know why? Because that's the only thing Tariq has ever told you. And this ain't even no shots at Tariq. Y'all bringing this Tariq in there. Y'all bringing Tariq into this. I'm not focused on Tariq. I'm focused on the fucking robots, the mindless sheep. That's who I want to talk to. What's the deal? What's the deal, bro? You got to unmute your mic. You got to click the microphone button. It'll unmute you. Nope, that's the camera. Click the microphone. There you go. Now click the camera again. It'll bring your camera back up. You got to click the camera again, Brody. I don't know if he got a delay or I don't know what bro got going on. I'm going to drop you and then bring you back up. Man, see, I'm being patient, man. All you got to do is click the mic and click the camera to bring you right up. I'll let whoever come up, but don't think you finna come up here and hide behind a blank page. Turn your camera on. See, I just want to see if you can independently think outside of what Tariq tells you. Because if you notice, the only thing they ever do is come up here and tell me what Tariq said. That's cool. I understand the reparations plight. I personally do not believe you're going to vote your way to get reparations. I don't believe that. I personally don't believe that. I don't believe in voting. I don't think the system is real. It's all a game. It's all theater. They do what they want. They control the money printers. Go look at how the Federal Reserve was started. Go look at when taxes were started and why they were started, and then question, why are we still paying taxes? That war been over. So why are we still paying taxes? I'm welcoming everybody, bro. Everybody who got a disagreement, who want to come up here and tell me how I'm wrong and where I'm wrong at, there goes the link, bro. I'm not ducking no smoke from nobody. But as soon as you get the, oh, you're dumb, you don't, okay, you lost. You lost. Y'all been talking about reparations my whole fucking life. All right, I'm gonna move on to a new topic. If nobody, okay, here you go.
Show me on fucking camera.
What's the deal, Brody? What's the word?
Man, I don't know what the hell going on, bro. They ain't letting me cam up.
You got to click the camera button. It'll turn your shit on. You was cam. Yeah, there you go. All right, you good.
Damn. Fuck it.
Nah, you good, bro. Damn, I thought Cut was Slim Thug for a minute. I'm like, what the fuck? Slim Thug just pulled up. What's that do? You live, bro. Damn, my nigga. I don't know, cuz you got some type of super delay on your shit. You live, bro. All you gotta do is talk. Yeah, my boy shot out today. I think he's trying to watch it on another device and be live at the same time. But yeah, shout out to everybody. We'll continue on. I wanted old boy to pull back up, man. He was super, super, super emotional. People like that they real easy to troll. All you got to do is say, you know what? I don't have the answers, bro. I support Tariq. I support the FBA. You know, I wanted to be a part of something. I think this is a good movement to be a part of. I don't have all the answers because that's the problem. These people think they got all the fucking answers. I tell you all the time, I don't have all the answers and I don't pretend to know everything. The smartest thing you can realize is the second you get to learning something new, you get to realizing you don't know anything. There's so much knowledge in the world. Knowledge is infinite. To think you know everything means you know nothing. The person that think they know everything, they don't know shit. And I'm aware that I don't know everything. But I'm also aware that I can sit and I can analyze and I can study history and go, why would we still believe that? This makes no fucking sense. Why do we think we can vote to get reparations? You look at the world right now today. Look at the world right now today. Is the cost of living anywhere where anyone in the world wants it to be? I don't know nobody that voted in favor of any of this shit, but it's all happening. What's happening, bro?
What's the word? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You good now?
Okay, yeah, I could get my computer working right for some reason. But now I just seen that FBA conversation on here, and I was gonna join like maybe a week or two ago and just tap in on it. And I ain't trying to tell everybody they gotta identify as an FBA or you gotta be part claiming as, you know, you is down with this description of a Black American or that description of a Black American. But I think we got to get to a point as a people where we do recognize that we have our own lineage to the American soil, because everybody's history in America ain't the same as ours. And everybody else reps their history and where their lineage is from. And then when we do it, people don't want to hear that. Now, true, there are niggas that push FBA, people on the internet that push FBA that are trolls, that are disrespectful, that jump out the window. But every group got that. I don't care who it is. But when we have those niggas, they have to represent the whole situation. You feel me? And people are going to focus on that. I don't care what group of people you got. You're going to have people that go hard, they go fed, that's ready to crash out on the internet. There's going to be extremists, all of that in every single group. What I don't like and agree with is the fact that the niggas that's on the internet with FBAs, they on their shit. Some of them is just waking up on bullshit. Why do that got to represent the whole understanding and lineage? Because it's not an ideology. It's a description of a group of people that comes from Dr. Claude Anderson. And it's nothing to like debate about it. You feel me? You can feel about how you feel about this person, that person, who you hear talking online, but the facts ain't debatable.
Okay, now, not one time, I'm speaking for me personally, did I debate about lineage or this is how we're going to identify this lineage. Not one time. I said, that's cool. I was born in America. I'm born in California, bro. I'm FBA. If that's what we're going to identify as, cool. Now we got to focus on the real fight. It seems like the fight starts and stops with identification. Are we the Israelites? Are we the Moors? Are we Africans? Are we this? Are we that? Meanwhile, we got no skin in the game. We got no pieces on the chessboard. We have no real tangible power. Meaning, if another group of people disrespect our people, if another group of people attempts to oppress our people, we don't have any major type of piece on the board that we can pull out of the system that affects the system, that makes them come to the table to say, we apologize, the way the Jewish do. So when you disrespect the Jews, your show's canceled. Your business is cooked. Your contracts are cut. See, they have buttons they can push to make you respect them. What do we have other than crying online about what an African is calling us? And the same people that's telling me it's really white supremacists that are oppressing us systemically. Okay, cool. Well, if that's the case, what are we doing about that? You're more focused on oppressing Africans, it seemed like to me, than you are fighting the people that's oppressing you. So that's my issue with it.
Well, it's going on all levels. You got certain people that's on the internet. They wake up every day and their goal is to go get on people that's not Black Americans. Then you got people on the internet that choose to keep it cool and educate. Then you got people that's down there getting things done in these courthouses, getting bills passed. You know they're getting reparations right now, right?
I ain't seen not a soul get reparations. I seen a lot of articles. I seen a lot of bills be up for voting. I ain't seen one Black person get $1 in their hand or their bank account yet.
They getting them in Evanston, Illinois. It's about 11 miles north of Chicago. They got it in motion. They finna send it out to 44 more people this year. They getting $25K because of the redlining that they did from 1919 to 1969. And they have acknowledged that this is just the start. This is just them getting it rolling. There's a lot more progress to be made. It's not gonna happen overnight, but it is a start, and we got a long way to go. Is
that reparations from slavery, or is that due to political redlining? Two different things, right? So there's no reparations from actual slavery, because that's millions of dollars.
Well, they haven't given us anything before this. They don't even acknowledge on paper that Black people were done wrong in this country. So that's just the start of, they were able to put something together in Illinois and say, hey, this is y'all acknowledging they're taking the taxes from the THC and then some other funding. The THC taxes and the other funding, well, we're going to pay back to either the people who are still living from then or their descendants. So it's recognizing we did Black people wrong. We counted y'all out. We worked against y'all. They interviewed a lady there. She wanted to buy her own block. She wanted to buy multiple houses in the neighborhood. And it's like, nah, you can't get that. You can't get that. And they kept all the Black people in one area. Now, true, this is not slavery, but those were descendants of slaves in America where that system was already intact. So I'm just saying that it's a step towards people who've been in America getting repair for damage that had been done.
See, I disagree. I think that's in my opinion, that's a part of the theater, because redlining existed everywhere. So if y'all gonna acknowledge redlining there, in my opinion, if this is reparations, it should be acknowledged everywhere. And not just these 44 people over here. I just look at things differently. Like in California, they've taken basically all the beachfront property when they started to go back and dig up the history of who owned this, black people was owning a lot of the beachfront property, like Manhattan Beach, like a lot of the areas towards LAX and shit like that. They took that. It's on record that they took it. Like they know that they took it. And now it has to be a process to get it back. But these processes, as we've seen in history, they never come to an end on, okay, we took it, we're gonna give it back. That's why I said if they took it in blood, you got to get it back in blood. I ain't never seen them say, you know what, we apologize for what we did for slavery. Here goes some money. That don't make sense to me. If you could tell me one bill that we ever voted on since we had the right to vote that was specifically in the benefit for the betterment of the black community, let me know.
I think that's two different conversations that you're having on the bill part, because I agree that the government is not going to give us anything. We have to go force it. They're not going to wake up one day and say, hey, man, we did black people wrong. Let's try to do right by them. That's not going to happen. You got to go out and you got to work the system. You got to press for it, or you got to, what our ancestors did back in the day, they starved them out. And that was a process. They was going, even in that process, they was getting beat on. They was getting water hosed. They was getting bit by dogs. They was getting beat up, jumped in the streets. They did all of that to be able to force their hands to like, okay, we gonna end this Jim Crow shit now. They done got on our nerves enough. They didn't win at us enough. We here. So with everything going on, what I'm saying is that them acknowledging that, that's just the step. That's just letting it be known that it's being done. Because we have people on the internet say, man, y'all niggas ain't finna ever get reparations. And I'm like, well, hey, it's not gonna happen overnight, bro. Because the simple fact is, I'm not telling us we need to go out here and die. I'm not telling us we got to go out here and kill. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that in this country, it's 500 years of mistreatment of all type of foul stuff. They could never repay us back for the simple fact a lot of our people passed away and died already under the notion of this stuff. So we doing the best that we can. We got people in offices. Everybody got a role to play. Some people wake up and they 60 days, 70 days out the year, they in the office having meetings about the next step, not to mention.
Okay, so not to cut you off, Brody, but I just looked up what you was talking about in Evanston.
Yeah.
And it says the payments are structured for housing assistance, not direct cash for slavery.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not no cash payments. Hey, we sorry. They got it directed like some system to assist you with housing.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's not reparations.
Mm-hmm.
That's another loophole that they put in the system to appease niggas. See, when they freed the slaves, there was no we got to figure this out for the slave owners. The slave owners got reparations for losing slaves.
Mm-hmm.
The government paid slave owners for losing slaves. So a lot of this land that they got, the government gave to them.
Homestead Act.
For free 99. But yet when it comes to repaying the actual descendants of the slaves, now we got to go through this drawn out process. Now we got to vote. Now we got to get the opinions of people that's not even descendants of slaves, that's not even fucking black. Like, it's all a game to me.
Well,
and I don't see how people still falling for it, in my opinion. Like you said, I'm not advocating people to use violence or anything like that. And I don't know if you really believe that, or you saying that because of, this is a public platform, which would be smart not to do on a public platform. So I get you there. But what I'm saying is revolutions happen via warfare. They don't happen peacefully. We live in a universe of opposites, right? The law of polarity. For there to be peace, there has to be war. Without war, there is no peace. I don't believe in protesting. I don't believe in getting signs and going out in the street and throwing tantrums, because that doesn't do anything. There's no progress there. Yeah, we get a lot of eyes, a lot of attention, but then we just go back in the house and nothing changes. Mm-hmm. Same thing with voting. We all hit the polls. Oh, we need to vote. We need to vote. Oh, Barack Obama, first black president. He gave the gays the rights. Didn't do shit for you niggas.
Yeah, I never voted for that weak ass nigga. So my point is this. I'm saying that everybody got a role to play, and it's not going to happen overnight. Whether we see it as the reparations we owed, it don't stop here. Everybody got to play the role that they can play. Who knows what the future holds? One day, and I'm not a leader. I'm not a speaker for the Black community. I speak up for the Black community, but I'm not a speaker for the Black community. I'm not an activist. But who knows 10 years from now what role I could play? I might fuck around and be a nigga that gets some information. Oh, somebody taught me something. Okay, well, I could take this down to the office. That's why these conversations are being had now, because at the end of the day, no matter how you slice the pie, bro, when it comes to documents and work, we are behind because we started behind. Not because we're not intelligent enough, not because we're not smart enough, not because we don't work hard enough. We started behind because that's how it was created on this land, for us to be starting way behind the start. When they shot the gun to start the race, we hundreds of years behind, and we still fought, and we still fighting to this day. We not sitting around waiting. We not sitting around waiting on nobody. We ain't sitting around just with our hands in our pockets. We got people taking action, and we take action every day. We get up and go work. We wake up and go grind. We trying to take care of our families. We trying to put food on the table. We trying to better ourselves. And now with the internet, this is the new battlefield, a part of it, not all of it. This is a part of the new battlefield. The internet has a battlefield thing here because it's to the point now they're acknowledging FBA on the news. Now they took the one CBS or ABC, whichever one, they took the shit down, but they acknowledged it. People in mainstream media are acknowledging it now. And if you peep, they completely, out there in Minnesota, separated the Somalians from Black people in America. No, Somalians. They ain't just saying these people here. They saying, nah, these are Somalian immigrants. This ain't got nothing to do with Black people. Just like right now, this ICE stuff, that ain't got nothing to do with Black people. Niggas want to get involved, but we're never getting deported, my nigga. Never. Black people in America who are Black Americans, this is your country. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Feel how you want to feel. We ain't never getting kicked out. We ain't never getting deported to no country. To be deported, you have to be from a foreign country or you have to be illegal. They've been deporting millions and millions of people. They ain't never deported no nigga because he Black. Because this is our land. Now, I don't care what part of the globe you go to, bro. I don't care where you go to. In every part of every country, there is some type of white power structure. I don't care what country you go to, what continent you go to. There's some type of level, some type of business, something where white people have a say-so and they have power. So we're fighting that. We got people that are fighting that, and they've been fighting it. And it's just one of them things, bro. We can't shit on ourselves because of the world that we came up in.
Not to cut you off, Brody. This the way I see it.
Yeah.
The way I see it, we spend more time arguing with each other, fighting with each other, than trying to make real progress. I don't believe we're going to get progress in the same system that we say is systemically oppressing us. I just don't believe it. You cannot tell me, hey, white supremacists, they run the court system. They make the laws, they make the rules, they control the banking, and then tell me that very same system is going to turn around and aid the people that it was made to oppress. That, to me, that makes no sense. We've been voting since what, 1870 or some shit like that, and not one bill was directly made to help Black people yet. Yet we still line up at the polls over and over and over. We still align to these political parties over and over and over, and time again, year and year again, election after election, they show you they don't give a fuck about you at all. We keep saying we got no allies, but then we're begging the oppressors to be our allies. That makes
think we're begging. We're not begging no oppressors to be our allies. Well, I'm not.
Listen, if I write up a bill and I go bring it to the people that I say is oppressing me, that sounds like begging to me. Because when they want to do some shit, they put it in action. They don't ask us. They just put it in action. And if you get out of line, they got men with guns to get you back in line. So it sounds to me like the violence is working.
I don't think that's begging. I think that's playing the it's legal. It's the law game. Like I said, we coming from 5 years behind, 500 years.
It was legal to lynch niggas. So I don't care about the law game. It was legal to lynch you and put you on a fucking postcard. The descendants of those people are still in power. Like, do we forget, like we say, don't forget about slavery. I ain't forgot about it, but I also didn't forget that the descendants of those people who share those ideologies are still in power. Those same people that put your ancestors on a postcard hanging, setting them on fire, doing all type of crazy shit, buck breaking them. They're the ones making the laws. I'm supposed to go ask them for help.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I keep saying we started from behind because of nepotism. So the mindset, the structure is just getting taught. They're going to keep it in their family. They're going to keep it in their jurisdiction. Everybody's going to do this. We don't do it well. We do it sometimes. It don't get highlighted when we do it. But we do have generational wealth. We do have certain people that are Nepo babies. But in our culture, you know, at times, not all the time, people mock you and clown you for being a Nepo baby. Other people, they champion it. So,
stupid niggas will do that.
Yeah,
a
lot of niggas do that. So
if Africa's the richest continent in the motherfucking on the planet,
yeah,
why would we not want to build a bridge there? Create a power structure that if you want to do any business with this continent, it come through us, that we benefit directly.
Build with who? Hold on. Build with who?
Africa.
You think Africa wants to build with us?
Have you been to Africa and talked to any Africans?
I haven't.
Okay, and that's all I'm saying. Unless you've been there and talked to them, most people getting the rhetoric and the ideologies that they believe from the internet or from hearsay. They've never actually
heard from Africans. I'm gonna just be real with you. I've heard from Africans, they prey on niggas to go over there and invest money. Not all. I'm not gonna monolith them, but I've heard directly from Africans. Like, I grew up with some Africans. They people be scamming and fucking over niggas, doing all type of plays over there. I mean, Michael Blackson was trying to build a bridge. He from there. They fucked him. They be fucking niggas. We know Akon was out here trying to fuck niggas. Like, it be a lot of shit.
That's why
Did he say he got fucked over? So,
and that's why I preach like-minded, not all skin folk is your kinfolk. The like-minded. Let's deal with the like-minded. Because niggas doing that here. We done hear story after story of niggas in the music industry, niggas in sports, TV, that's fucking niggas over, and they FBA.
And I'm not saying that fucking over people is limited to Africans at all. I'm not going to monolith. Every African is not doing that. But I'm saying everything that we could do over there, we could do over here. And from my experience, not going to monolith them. Not all, but a lot of Africans, it's not like they come to America and say, we want to build with Black Americans and we want to be seen as one and we want to work with them. We want to help them. No, they come over here and do their own thing.
I agree.
And I'm in the city with a lot of Africans, a lot.
I agree. But do you also understand that images control minds? So if I put a certain image out and I program your mind to believe these images, and that's the only experience that you got with these certain set of people, would you not believe that these people are like that? If the image of the Black American man on TV is, oh, we criminals, we lazy, we steal, we kill, we do this and that, and that's the only thing you ever seen, would you want to come build with them? Because we don't control our own image in the media. The way we portrayed in the media, we either gay, criminals, or lazy and don't do shit, or we steal, or we grapists. So you got to realize and think outside of your own box. These people never lived around us, but the images they see of us is that. Of course they don't want to come build with us. On top of that, let's say you do come from a third world country and you want to build with niggas. What power structure do we have to build with? We don't own no banks. We don't own none of these tycoon oil companies. We don't got no real estate at the ports. We don't own no motherfucking airlines. We don't own no energy. We don't own shit.
I have to 1,000% disagree with that point. Because of the fact of they know that they can come in our neighborhood and get a bankroll. I'm just gonna be real. I'm from Houston, right? And the African community is not heavy in the neighborhood that I grew up in, but every other race in the area, because I'm still frequent in my area and there and everything. I've watched every race come over here and sell directly to black, whether it be Hispanics with taco trucks. Did they not get that imagery about us? So they can come set up shop and have us spend with them. So they know we valuable. They know we make money. The Asians, they got beauty supply stores, 5, 6 of them in a few mile radius.
Is that building? Is that really building, or is that
they're building themselves? They're not building us. That's what.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So my point is this: you saying that they don't want to deal with us, but
I said build.
They don't want to build with us because the image that the white man is put out there is what you're saying, right?
I'm saying the people who control the images in the media, they paint us to be a certain way, which is honestly why majority of people look at us a certain way. You got people that never even been around black people, already got their mind made up of how we are based off of what they see on TV and on the internet.
Okay, so this is two things. For one, so when they come over here, right, they don't want to build with us because of the media, but they'll come get money off of us. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's
all races do that.
You can't tell me I want to stay away from them, but I want to get their money. You see, that seems a little predatory to me. So you can't tell me the media convinced me not to deal with y'all, not to build with y'all, but I'll go open a restaurant up in your neighborhood and y'all can come spend y'all money with me, but I don't want to build with y'all. That don't make sense. And I'm not just putting that on a specific group. Africans set up shop in black neighborhoods out here. Hispanics set up shop. Asians, Indians, Arabs, they all set up shop. And I'm in Houston. I can't speak for the demographic of where y'all at, but I'm in Houston where we ain't never kept our dollar with nobody. We ain't never made nobody feel like they ain't welcome. And even if you got niggas hanging around at the store, even if you got niggas got bullshit going on, you still know it's profitable and you able to live off of that black dollar. Meaning,
I agree.
Hold on, real quick. You're building off of that black dollar. So they're good enough for me to go get money and get a loan in their demographic, but they're not good for me to go and support what they got going on, to go build up their businesses and go shop with them. Then also another thing,
you got to add nuance to that though, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this. As a nappy-headed black ass nigga, my whole entire life, my grandmother's 96 right now. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather's 95. They from Louisiana. I grew up in the church. You know how our people don't tell us and don't push to us. They tell us to be careful around the white man. Watch out for the white man. But you gonna respect elders. I don't care if they white, black, whatever. And they can't tell us we lying because when I was in school, our teachers was white. And if you go to school and you disrespect that white teacher, you getting your ass beat. Also, I'm in the South. Now, this don't apply to everybody. I'm Christian. I grew up respecting a white Jesus. So everybody didn't grow up with that religion. I'm just saying, in my demographic, we ain't never been told or pushed to not respect the white man, but we can look outside and see how the police treat black people.
But see, you down south, so you're programmed that way. We not programmed that way out here, out west. It's like you go down south, y'all still got sort of that slavery mentality that white is right and white is might. Out here, we don't think that way. So when we come out there, y'all, all the city slickers, they this, they that. Like it's different the way we view white people versus the way you do. But just to backtrack what you said about the immigrants building businesses in our neighborhoods. One, no one ever looks at the fact that they're not even allowed to go open them same businesses up in those white neighborhoods, because let's say they even do be able to get the building to open the business. The white people ain't going in there to spend the motherfucking money. They're going to pass that door up, pass that business up, and go spend money with their people. The Jewish people ain't going to no motherfucking African store to spread the Jewish dollar in the African community. They're going to go find another Jewish person to spend that money with. Niggas won't do that. Niggas will actually walk past the black-owned store to go to the other man's store because they think the products is better. Because why? We've been programmed to think that black is less than and it's not worthy. Your friend could open a store right now. Niggas won't go spend no money with him just because they know the nigga. They'll go pay the high from a fucking stranger because they be like, I'll be damned if this nigga pass me up. I'm not finna help him pass me up. Like, our whole mind is fucked up. Even the way you just said it, programming. You was programmed to view white people a certain way. You was programmed not to disrespect white people, even though when you look outside, in your opinion, they was doing us the worst. But you were still taught, hey, don't disrespect that white man.
Well,
so take your same thinking and apply that to an immigrant that was taught the same thing. Hey, we only over here because the motherfucking white man allow us to be over here. Don't go over here starting no trouble with the white man for they send us the fuck back. Get over here, put your head down, stay in line, make your little money, and get the fuck on.
So now
we
I can't agree with you there either, bro, because even in Cali, if y'all don't have the issues with the white man, us in the South, we don't look at them as like we beneath them. We do have that. I think every group of black people, no matter what city you in, there is this mindset that has been programmed that black might be less than. From Cali, I see it out there frequently. Them niggas, I think a nigga would be dead if he did what no jumper was doing, no puncher. Nigga be dead already. If I was to move to LA and set up shop and do half the shit that no puncher was doing, they would have been drilled. I'd have been ran up out of there.
But look, see, you gotta break down the nuance of why it's pro. See, people don't. If you never study,
that's what I'm saying. So
if you never study subconscious programming, this conversation that I'm having will probably go over your head. We were programmed with images that we didn't even know was programming us. Half of the thoughts that you think ain't even your thoughts. They was just put in your mind. Like you said, if somebody was doing what no jumper was doing and he was black, we don't value black life. But of course, that should have been Indian.
But it has
you
to
value
be
that white life because you
make that one part. I just want to make that one part clear. We don't look at the white man. It's just we are taught to respect in the South all adults, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with the slavery shit. It don't matter. Like, we just taught to respect adults as kids, whether it's the neighbor, whether it's your auntie, whether it's your uncle. You see what I'm saying? You don't go say, well, just because that man white, that don't mean you don't respect him. We taught to respect everybody here. That ain't got nothing to do with the white man running the government, the white man being police, or past some slavery days. We just taught, hey, nigga, you bet not disrespect no adult. You bet not disrespect your teacher. I bet not a white man can't come tell me that he heard you cursing outside. Like my mama told me, hey, you not allowed to curse. But if you curse, I should never hear about it. But if a white man told my mama, hey, your son was just over in this corner cursing, she gonna ask me, was you cursing? Okay, then you getting your ass whooped. That could go for white, black, Asian, whatever, because of the fact that we just got manners. We just got.
Damn, bro, clocked out. I hear what you're saying, but I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it on the immigrants. What I'm saying is,
hold on, bro.
No, because we go into a whole nother conversation, right? We can go into the black and white thing. What I'm saying is, do you notice how you said you've never been over there, but you've heard from third parties that this is the way it is over there, even though you have no real life experience over there. So all you can go off of is hearsay and what you see. Not actual real life.
I've dealt with people that are Africans. A guy that I grew up with, that a close brother of mine is African, and we've dealt with Africa. It's a large popular. I've worked with Africans. I've sat there and worked next to Africans, and I was ignorant to the information. I didn't have it at one point. I'm sitting up here working next to Africans fresh out of high school, and they telling me how great their country is, how good their country is, how it's so much better over there. But why the fuck are you over here? See, they used to talk to us like we didn't have a culture. Fam, I don't care who it is, and you can move how you move. If you in America, you can't ever tell me that you believe what the white man said about me or my people, and then I'm supposed to accept it and be trying to teach you right from wrong. You got to figure that out on your own. That's like we trying to reverse white people to not be racist no more. We don't got time for that shit. Once you over there, you over there. The thing is, bro, let's keep it a band. A lot of people, you know who said it the real way? They just said it directly, bro. China Mac. Years ago, he said, hey, bro, people don't like black people. He just said it. A lot of them are not going to tell you that. Their parents tell them not to fuck with black people. But you can't tell me you don't want to fuck with black people, or I've been trained to not fuck with black people, but I'm going to fuck with black people to get the money. That sounds like...
Well, listen, that makes no sense. Listen, that point you trying to make don't make no sense to me. I don't got to like you to get money from you. Money is green. Money, I don't care where the money coming from. I don't have to like you to do business with you. See, that's another reason why we so behind. We attach our emotions and, oh, do I like this person? Do this person like me with the business? These people can despise you and make money off of you. We know this for a fact. A lot of these record execs, predatory, they don't like you, but guess what? If you could bring them some money, they'll help you make money to help them make more money. So I don't get
that's all. We know that. Hold on, fam. We know what you're saying. That, trust me, you preaching to the choir on that.
I know, but I don't know what point you're trying to make.
The sentiment that I'm getting from you is basically, let's try to build with Africans and give them a pass. The ones that have talked down on us.
Nope, never said that. Nope, never said that.
So why would we build?
That's what you misconstrued.
You just said they've been taught. You just said that they've been taught all this stuff. So that's.
I never said give them a pass. What I said
is,
what I said is what I've been saying from day one. Like-minded people, black people, need to get together and build a power structure so we can have some type of power and control of our own communities. That's what I said. We don't even need all FBAs, because you're not going to have all FBAs on your side. Everybody don't think alike. We're not a monolith, not even FBAs. You need to get the like-minded people that want to make progress and make progress. Instead of standing still, trying to convince the person that don't like you why they need to like you and why they need to align with your ideologies, you wasting time that you could be building with the person that already do. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I know black people that are Jamaican. I know black people that are Haitian, that they think like us too. They don't view us as enemies. What I'm saying is what I'm seeing with the diaspora wars is causing us to view all of them as enemies, which is divide and conquer. Because the ones that's really in power.
So are we going? I'm not saying that whatever, but it's a lot of them that's on that side that look at us as enemies. It's not like this is just going on our side, bro. And let's be for real. This shit really just got to this level within the last few years. A lot.
And you know why? Because of the internet. That's why I'm on here. Algorithm psyops. This is what they did in the 90s. It's the same, bro. They run the same play. Instead of using the television, they're using the internet algorithms now. The only videos we see of Africans is what? Them talking shit about Americans. And I'm pretty sure their algorithm is vice versa. They see the Americans talking shit about the Africans. Neither one is really dealing with each other for real. We just going off what we see on the fucking internet.
I disagree, bro. I've dealt with Africans who have been rude to me. I'm in Houston, bro. We got an African population that's probably
niggas is smoking niggas in Houston. FBA niggas is smoking FBA niggas in Houston. If you go to the hood right now with some jewelry on and a nice car, is you just bouncing out?
I am, because I'm from here.
No, I'm talking about if I drop you off in Cali right now, or I drop you off in Chicago and I take you to the hood, is you just bouncing out around FBA niggas?
No, not 100%. Nah.
Exactly. Why? Because you're gonna be preyed.
Well, they do that in every country, though, bro. That's not an American thing.
I know.
They got more murders.
Point of that is all
they got more murders in Africa than we got in America, fam.
The point I'm making is all skin folk ain't your kinfolk just because of
So
where
you can't,
were
but you
born.
can't put that as FBA niggas in Houston and smoking FBA niggas in Houston. People are gonna kill in their jurisdiction, bro. No matter what, bro. We're not the most violent country in the world. If you
I'm
go to
not
these
claiming
other,
to be. I'm
so
not
that's what I'm
claiming
saying.
to be.
You can't. If we having a conversation, you can't make it an FBA thing versus an FBA thing. Humans kill humans everywhere. Mexicans are gonna kill more Mexicans than black people kill Mexicans.
I understand.
White,
I'm not arguing that point at all. The point I'm making is a lot of points that you make, I notice you say, I personally dealt with this African over here or these Africans over here, and then you blanket that across the entire country. But then when I do the same thing to you with the FBAs, you go, oh, no, we all ain't like, see, you can't do that. You got to
I
keep it
clearly
even
said I'm
across
not.
the board.
I've said like 3 times, not all of them, bro. I've said that like 3 or 4 times, not all of them. But you said people haven't experienced this, and I said that I have. And then we could talk about it even in the media game right now. A lot of the people that run media platforms that depict us as fucked up are ran by non-FBAs. A lot of these media platforms are non-foundational Black Americans that are running these situations that paint us out as fucked up. They highlight all our negativity. They highlight all our dumb shit without social commentary that can be beneficial and knowledgeable to improve. It's just, hey, go highlight these niggas looking fucked up. Look at that Black culture. Look at that nigga culture. And we gonna point it out as that with them niggas. Because that's how you run up a sack in a check. So it's
Do you
like,
know what payola is?
huh?
You do realize a lot of these platforms are being paid to do that, right? The same way the Democratic Party, they have their certain content creators that they pay to push that rhetoric and pay to shit on the Republicans. Like the Republicans have their certain content creators that they pay to push their Republican ideologies and shit on the Democrats. That's why I say you can't too much pay attention to the algorithms because there's money involved. It's propaganda.
But we got
I will
niggas
pay
out here
you
now, but
to
this
say
is what I'm
Black
saying, though.
Americans ain't shit and to highlight how they not shit. I'm gonna pay you X amount of dollars a month to do that.
The thing
Should I listen
is,
to that person?
the thing is, if you run that and you take the money to sell the dope so you can turn around and profit it, you're not here for us because it all tears us down. So this is the thing with me, bro. If you in America and you look down on me and my people in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you out of line and you out of pocket. I don't care if they taught you the shit. I don't care if you've been misled. There is never a time that you should be coming to a country and saying, I want to treat these people here less than while I'm benefiting off of them. That's called pimping and finesse. I don't care who's doing it, whether it's white, whether it's this, whether it's that, whether they African, whether they Indian, Arabian. You can't, that's a soulless person to me. Like, I don't like you, but I'll go into your community and pimp you out for dollars. So that's why I say I have no grounds for that, because we've been nothing more than supportive, helpful, and beneficial to everybody else. But we have to sit back and coach y'all how to fuck with us and help us. And then we got to take all the disrespect. We got to take the short end of the stick. But everybody can come in and use our culture to have fun.
I just want to clarify, I never stated anything that you're stating right now. I never agree with that, and I never stated any of that.
So you said build with like-minded people, right?
Look at China. How much of Africa is China buying up right now? Do you know why they're doing that? Because it's valuable. So rather than let the fucking Chinese come buy up, whether you believe it's our country or not, that is a Black country, period. No fucking other race should have control over the valuables in a Black country other than Black people, whether it be Black Americans or whether it be foreign Black people. That's my
Africa, though,
you can't go, I don't give a fuck, nigga, you Black.
Why would
you not want Black Americans to have control over a Black country the way that China is?
Damn, they
the
don't
way that all these other fucking European
Africans
countries
don't see themselves as the same people as us, bro. They don't.
Gang, you missing the point. I don't give a fuck what they view as. This is
So why
power.
would I want to go
This is
own
bigger.
something in the country?
This is where the emotional shit come in at, bro. This where
I'm
you
not
get
emotional.
lost
D,
at.
I'm talking to
No,
you.
no, not you. I'm saying the way of thinking. I don't give a fuck if they like us or not. That's a black country. Black people should be running those resources because that is power. That is why these other countries are investing over there, because they know it's valuable. So why are black people here not doing the same? That makes no sense.
So you know the term of black, that's really an American thing, right?
It means dead in the law. I know. I read the black law.
So I say that to say a lot of them people don't even identify themselves as black because they know. Hold on, let me be real with you. They know culturally we not the same. We don't got the same story. We don't got the same history. And then a lot of those countries are ran and controlled or even named by white people.
I agree.
I think the Arabs was the people with the first slaves. I could be wrong there. So they country ain't even been fully ran by black people. And they have a whole different history than us, and they know that. A lot of them was still claiming tribes. Some of those countries in Africa, they names and foundations only happened 60 or 70 years ago, bro. So they not even trying to.
You missing my point, bro. I'm not focused on identification. I want black people to have power, to have our own structure where we don't got to depend on another race to eat out here. Right now, if you got a cousin that want to get a loan, ain't no black bank you could go send them to. Ain't no black Chase, ain't no black Wells Fargo, ain't no black Bank of America. If I want to fly an all black owned airlines, the closest I can get to that shit is Spirit. We like this, like you not understand what I'm saying. Like Edison, we don't have no black Edison. How many black owned oil rigs do you know? How many black owned oil refineries do you know? That is real power. We are fighting over peanuts while every other race is blowing past us. The Indians blowing past us. They owning tech. The Asians blowing past us. The Chinese blowing past us. These motherfuckers buying up a black country. And niggas here are saying, we don't want no parts of that. We know they got diamonds. We know they got jewels. We know they got power out there. They've got resources that we can get generational wealth from here in America, but we don't want a part of it because a few of them call us names. That's stupidity.
Not because they don't, but fam, it's not because they call us names. We just don't culturally identify with another country. And our demographic, this is our land. This is where we've been. So we not trying to go move and set up shop in other countries. That's just never who our people have been. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't want to live nowhere else. It ain't, fam, I understand that we under white supremacy. I understand it. Do I agree with it? Of course not. I talk about it regularly. They call me a fake ass Black Panther, fake ass Martin Luther King on my channel, a fake ass Malcolm X. Niggas call me fake Malcolm X all the goddamn time. They're like, you a fake ass Malcolm X, you this, you that, you fake ass. I'm just a person where I'll call out all the bullshit from the white supremacists. They are the leading in society. That's by choice. That's by design, not default. That didn't happen on accident. The Europeans and the colonizers conquer, they bleed, they mislead, they lie, they steal, they cheat, they finesse, they feel that they're superior. These are all facts.
And these are the people that y'all want me to vote to get reparations from. That's what I'm saying. It don't make no sense.
I'm not saying vote to get reparations. Nobody has ever said.
FBA says.
Say what?
That's what FBA is saying. We need to vote.
I haven't heard
legislation from the same people that you say do all of that. That's who we're gonna get the reparations from, because that is who runs the system. Y'all say it is the white supremacist system that is systemically oppressing us. So how the fuck do you get reparations from that system?
The only thing is, if you are gonna get reparations, it's an if. It's only gonna come from them because they control the whole financial institute. But nobody, I want this to be clear. There's nobody that's black that's sitting around waiting on reparations. So we can
crazy.
huh?
Crazy. That's most of these niggas. That's majority of niggas. Majority of niggas sitting around waiting for reparations, or they sitting around waiting for the invisible man to come down from the sky and save them. That's facts.
I disagree.
Okay.
You can't say that, fam. You can't say that when majority of black men in America have jobs, bro. This is a fact. Majority of the black men, and you can't say we sitting around waiting when our people been fighting for 500 years. Nigga, all my partners' parents, except for the ones that was in the streets, and you gonna have them tools and fuse that got their trouble. But when I went to school, and I went to a big high school, majority of the black parents had some type of job. Some people, a lot of people got tools.
You be putting words. I don't like cutting you off, but I have to because you putting words in my mouth that I didn't say. I never said we don't have jobs. Jobs
so
is
what
not.
If we getting up going to work, what are we sitting around waiting for then, bro? You keep saying
we're waiting for a savior. If you talk to the average black person, they're nine times out of 10 ultra religious, and they say Jesus is coming to save us. We just gotta wait. Or they're super into politics and they think these white racist politicians are gonna save them. Niggas never are talking about saving themselves. A job is not saving yourself. A job is surviving. Most people aren't even making enough to survive. They're under the red.
Black people gonna figure it out, bro. We've been doing this.
I know we gotta figure it out, but we're better than just figuring it out. That's why I'm saying real power within the infrastructure.
So
that's why I keep using the oil field as an example, because that's what they're doing in Africa. Mining. Name me an all-black mining corporation. Do you know it's millions and billions of dollars in mining diamonds and jewels? That's what they're doing in Africa. And I got niggas here telling me Africans don't like us, so we shouldn't get no control over that.
But I'm saying it's not like if you can. I'm never telling nobody not to build with somebody they can get money with. I'm just telling you why a lot of people don't see that. Like, hey, let me go build with some in Africa. My expertise might not have nothing to do with the oil field. My expertise might not branch, or I don't have a plug in Africa where I can do business with that makes sense for me. One thing about some money, if it makes sense for a nigga, they gonna go get it. They ain't fucked up about it, but they don't have them connections. A nigga can't, if a nigga get that connection, and it's niggas that's getting money with Africans. That's
Do you know what a connection is? You got to build a network to have connections. The reason why the Jewish is so strong, they built a network where, hey, we only gonna fuck with the Jews. We only gonna fuck with each other. We gonna build this powerhouse up, and anybody that wants to eat has to come through us. Niggas don't have that. Niggas want to eat wherever the fuck they can go get some scraps from every other community other than our own. You know how long the dollar used to stay in the black community? That shit don't even stay in our community 24 hours anymore. 6-7 hours, that shit is gone to the Indians, the Arabs, the Jews, everybody but us. It's like niggas is so emotional, we can't put the emotions to the side and do business. Niggas that say, I don't like him, I can't get money with him. Nigga, are you dumb? I don't give a fuck
every I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Every group do that. We need to do better. I'm not saying we not fucked up. I know we fucked up. We all got our fucked up ways. Only for what group it is. But see, as many as successful black people you got in America doing their thing, and it's making it happen, and they understand the white supremacy structure, it's the same thing in Africa, bro. You got a gang of niggas in Africa that get money. Then you got a bunch of people in Africa that's in super heavy poverty, living 10 times worse than us. Africa's a very big continent, and you got several countries that are in Africa. Several countries in Africa. A lot of those countries have people that are living outside, don't know where their next meal gonna come from. Not all of them, because they got very beautiful cities over there as well. I've been seeing that. I've been knowing that. They got all that shit in Africa. They got modern day shit in Africa and everything. But everything in Africa ain't all good. Just like everything in America ain't all good. Everything ain't in Mexico all good. Everything in South America ain't all good. You're going to have poor people and people below the poverty line everywhere. So we want our people to get better. I always want that. I want us to build. If you have an opportunity to build with somebody, do it. If they're a good person, do it. But I'm just saying that we have to make it very clear, bro, that there's a demographic of people, we not monolithing them, who are here and they're working against us. They look down on us, and they
Bro,
talk
that sound like victim mentality to me, bro. When I talk to black people, all I hear is I'm a victim. We're victims. The white man got his boot on our neck. We can't get ahead because of white supremacy. And I'm be like, okay, well, what the fuck you want to do about it? And then that's where it go blank at. Listen, we don't need everybody. Everybody's not even equipped to lead. Everybody has their role they gotta play. When you play chess, you have pawns. You got rooks, you got knights, you got the king, you got the queen, you got bishops, and they all make different moves, but they all help you gain victory if they make the right moves. That's the same thing with a community. We don't need everybody to be a business owner, because if everybody's a business owner, who the fuck is the employees keeping the business open? We don't need all black people to go do this. What I'm saying, we don't need all black people to go to Africa and do business. We need, think of the world. If we got 100% of the population, how much of that do you think is business owners? Roughly 20%. How many of that is corporate business owners, meaning huge corporations, Fortune 500? What, 5-10%? And then you got 1% that has more wealth than 99% of the population. So you need a small percentage to build an infrastructure for niggas to have their own power structure, bro.
No, I'm saying what was you talking about that's happening at? Was that here?
I'm talking about here in the US. Yes. I'm just giving.
Look, in the US, fam, it's not just a black thing. Yes, our percentages are worse than others in a lot of places, but 95% of America, period, not just black people, is probably not clearing $100K a year.
That's my point.
But that's not a black people.
These cultures still have a power structure. If I want to go do business in the Middle East and I want to get a contract to get oil, to import oil or export oil, guess what? There's a culture that has a stronghold over that. I don't see niggas. That's what I'm saying. See, I'm saying infrastructure because that's the power, not just a small clothing store on Rodeo Drive. Nobody give a fuck about that. I'm talking about, do we own any banks?
We did.
Do we have a black Chase?
We tried to get them.
Nation, and what happened?
They destroyed it.
Who is they? And that's always the excuse with me is they destroyed it. Okay, if they destroyed it. What do we do about it?
You said something, bro, and you said victim mentality, and I don't like that word when black people are speaking up about the things that hold them back, because we the only people that get told victim mentality. No other group is told victim mentality in this world. So that group, the ones that got the power, if they feel a way about something with their people, they speak up on it, they say it, and it's fuck how you feel. But when a black person speaks, because you're not the only person that tells me, it's a lot of people that say the victim mentality shit. And from where I sit, that's a word that they have thrown to us to not hold them accountable. Hey, nigga, you complaining. I
can't speak for them. I can only speak for me. When I use victim mentality, pointing out the reality of what's going on, that's not victim mentality. I know that's a gaslighting tactic that they use, right? If they redline our neighborhoods and we say, man, y'all redlining, is this why you got this property and we can't buy this property, and you sell a home? If a white person sell a home, you'll sell it for double the price a black person to sell it for. I understand they'll call that victim mentality. Oh, you got the victim mentality. The white man's holding you back, huh? No, that's not what I'm saying. When I say victim mentality, it's the niggas that point all that out with no solution. Because oftentimes when we have these conversations, it's like, okay, we know the problems. Now let's get to the solutions. And then it goes back to the thing.
No, that's the whole thing. You can't say it's a mentality if it's true. Because if you've been wronged, everybody that's black in America is a victim of the system. Our people had banks, bro. We had whole towns. We had shit where we didn't need them. They came and burnt it down on multiple occasions.
I'm not acknowledging that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I get that. When they burnt it down, what did we do to retaliate?
Niggas tried to build again.
No, fuck building again. What did we do to retaliate? To let them know we not going for this again. It's consequences behind burning our shit down.
Niggas still fall back. Niggas went and got active.
Niggas didn't go get active.
Yes, they did. We had groups that went and got active.
Which one of their towns got burned down in retaliation to them burning our shit down?
Well, I mean, we're not savages and animals. We don't go kill.
That's my fucking point.
We're not savages, my nigga. You can't. We godly people. We're not gonna wake up and go kill innocent kids and babies. It don't matter. We never gonna be that. Like, hey, fam, we just finna go out here and just wake up one day and go burn some people's shit down who did absolutely nothing of us. We never been them people, and we never gonna be them people. That's just not who we are in America. Now, to be clear, you have people that would be identified as black in other countries. They will do that shit. We don't operate like that over here.
Man, we savages, bro. We savages with what we programmed to be savages. If a nigga come smoke your cousin, you going to go smoke whoever, nigga. And niggas don't give a fuck. He from where? All right, let's go get one of them niggas.
But you're not going to go to a town,
bro.
You're not going to go to a town and burn down people for no fucking reason.
Niggas will go smoke a nigga for no reason because he from the same area as a nigga who smoked his cousin, his brother, his homie, and niggas don't give a fuck.
You're giving
niggas
the
say,
reason.
go get your
I'm
back.
not justifying the reason. In they mind,
I'm saying we do it.
That's
so
not
we
the
should be
same
doing
as-
it to the
that's not
real
the same
opposite.
as- That's
Nah,
not
bro.
the same as we're gonna go burn down a thriving town and then it's always
Man,
the
fuck
same
all that,
excuse.
bro. See, that's that Malcolm shit. I don't give a fuck all that, bro. It's casualties in warfare, nigga. That's what I'm saying. It's consequences.
That's Malcolm shit.
If you
by
do
speaking the
something,
truth.
if you do something to their people, it's gonna
That's
be a
Malcolm
direct
shit by speaking the
and
truth.
swift consequence.
Fam, we not violent people like that.
Bro, you tweaking.
They're on another level of violence. Like we're not on that level of savagery, bro.
Tweaking.
See,
You just told me they doing it in Africa.
They not the same people as us. They be raping girls and cutting their fucking arms off and shit. You remember that? They'll go in a village and rape a girl, cut her arms off in front of her daddy. They be having tribal wars and shit. We don't do that shit out here. We do got gangs, we got violence, we got passed down trauma and issues where it get violent where niggas will kill each other and do fucked up shit. But we don't have that level of savagery in us. It's just not here, bro.
Police smoke a nigga, niggas want to hold signs and cry. Niggas smoke a nigga going to smoke that nigga whole neighborhood. Or try to. I'm not hearing that. Niggas be scared of the repercussions of going against the real enemy. That's why we always just be fighting each other, bro. And it's a lot to do with programming. You know it's going to be a direct retaliation coming if you go fucking with them people over there. So niggas will never do it. How a nigga come over here, burn your whole fucking neighborhood down, unalive innocent people from your neighborhood, and you talking about, man, we just got to take it. Let's build it back. We not savages like them. Man, fuck all that. Y'all niggas tripping. I can't align with that type of thinking. I'm sorry.
But that's
Call
the
me
whole
savage
thing, bro.
whatever.
Our people never quit. All that shit that happened, we still got here where we at today, bro. They still fought, still died, still got out there and squabbled when they was undermanned, still went up there when the police they outgunned them, had more people than them, had surprise attacks. They never came to us on no one-on-one shit, bro. They was coming at us on some, hey, nigga, we coming in there, guns blazing, fire bombs blazing, bombing shit, shooting shit, and we got the police on our side. Bro, don't nobody want to go to prison, bro. Don't nobody want to go do no jail time, bro. They locking our people up, giving them 10 years for no fucking reason in them days.
And that is my point right there. We don't have no say-so in that system. They
It's been
do
like that, bro.
It don't gotta stay like that. Is my point.
So how do you get it?
That's my point. It don't gotta stay like that just because it is. Realistically, it's only that because they're not afraid to use the level of violence that you're saying we're afraid to use. That's the only thing. What else is stopping it?
It's not that we afraid, my nigga. It's just we know that that's not right. I'm just finna go out here and blow up a town because it's successful, and I don't want them on my level. I
didn't say randomly blow up a town, bro. I never said that.
But that's what
I said if they attack your community. No, I said if your community is attacked, attacked, there should be a retaliation to let them know, hey, our community ain't just up for being attacked. It's going to be consequences for attacking us. That's the way you get respect. Is people think twice. Hey, the last time we did that shit, you remember what happened? And we ain't fucking with them no more.
And we gonna get active if it's time to get active. We just ain't finna do what the fuck they be doing. But we gonna get active. Just like I'll be telling people, we're never getting deported, my nigga. For one, this our country. Let's be clear here. For two, they know, nigga, we going to war. You not finna kick us out of shit. They not finna snatch us out of our homes. Nigga, they know they can't play with us like that.
Look,
it
bro,
ain't happening.
See, I'm trying to keep it like semi-surface level because the conversations I really want to have will go over a lot of people's heads. I want y'all to go read this book. This book right here. These are the type of people. This is the system that's making these laws. What happened in this book was okayed by the same system that people are telling me we need to go vote and get reparations for. If you never read this book, go read this book. We don't have our own medical system where we as black people can go and get help from other black people. When you go to a doctor, how many black doctors do you see? That's what I mean when I'm talking true power, our own communities governed by us and people that look like us, that come from us. Y'all talk all this tether shit. You go to a fucking hospital. Guess who's giving birth to your babies? Guess who's injecting you with the medicine? Guess who's treating you? 9 times out of 10, a fucking tether that don't like your black ass. We just had a white woman breaking the legs and arms of black babies. She out right now. Niggas ain't do shit about it. Niggas ain't do nothing.
A tether is an action word. It's not an immigrant.
Man, y'all crazy. A tether is
not a person. You're not a tether just because you're an immigrant.
To
be a tether, you have to be going against. That's an action word.
They're going against black people in the medical industry. If you read medical apartheid, they were going against niggas, which they still are today. Black women have the most fatal births out of every race. That's for a reason. It was at a point where they said black people don't feel pain in the hospital. They'll treat you differently because you're black, because we don't have enough black nurses and black doctors, because instead of trying to get more and having more control over our own health, we're more focused on what these Africans calling us. They're making up these words to call us. They're tethers. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If America is us and we're FBA, we need to be trying to build infrastructures in America that benefit black people from black people. If we need money, we gotta go.
We're working on that.
Man, come on, bro.
I mean, we get into the generations of we get into the era of generational wealth. We getting there now. I mean, bro, we coming from behind. We know that segregation only ended 62 years ago.
Even if you in the bins, you still a nigga in a coupe. Kanye was a billionaire, but guess what? Somebody from another race was signing his checks. So it don't matter how much money you got. But if your money don't come from you, it don't matter. You just a control slave.
That's the thing. We're in the fight. We're still fighting to this day. Every day we're going against the system, bro. The system is designed for us to not be billionaires. The system is designed for us to not have power. That's just what it is.
Okay, so that's a great question. Somebody said, so what's the answer when you're only 13%? You know why we only 13%? Let's take abortion. You know how many black babies is aborted since abortion was invented? Go look that number up. Black women and black men will get mad at you if you say you don't believe in abortion. Half of our population, we done killed off before they left the womb. And if you say we only 13% of the population, wouldn't we have more numbers if we were to have some type of alliance?
But we don't have an alliance.
That's my point. We should build
a lot. This is the thing, bro. We can't put it out there like people from other countries just want to align with us. The ones that want to align with us, they're gonna align with us. Trust me. The ones that don't, They're not going to align with you. Simple and plain. They make that clear in person. Like I said, we have a very heavy African population in Houston. The ones that fuck with you, they're going to fuck with you. You're going to know it. You're going to feel the energy. The ones that don't, you walk by them in the store or you walk by them going into the restaurant or something, y'all bump shoulders, they won't even turn around. Or if you open the door for them and say, hey, I got that for you, they won't even acknowledge you. Like,
so,
hey,
so they're op. So they're op. They're not like-minded. Let's discard them and move on. That's my point.
That's why I keep saying that we have some. The ones that do, they're going to make it known that they're not on that. But we can't be on some stuff. We got to build with them and try to figure out who's who. And I for sure, once you show me you're not on that, there, I don't give a fuck what the white man told you or what they showed you by Black Americans. Once you own that, you own that. I'm not finna try to convince you to like how to look at me and view me and change your mindset of me. You got to do that shit on your own.
Listen, this is another book I advise everybody to read. If you think voting counts or your vote counts, if you think voting helps, I want you to go read this book, Behold a Pale Horse, and it might change your mindset on the way you view voting. See, a lot of people don't read, a lot of people don't study, a lot of people, they believe the propaganda. Most people are programmed via propaganda. The reason you say Black people not savages like that, you know what most Black people think and was taught to think? It's not up to you to get your own revenge. God gonna handle that. Karma gonna handle that. Jesus gonna handle that. So rather than go out and do what's necessary, we'll say God gonna handle that. God don't want us to do that. Jesus don't want us to do that. I ain't never heard God say that ever. I seen that written in a book that came from a fucking white man. Go figure. Same book that said it was cool to do your slaves however. Go figure. We still worshiping that book today. Black people, some of the most religious people on this planet. God ain't came to save niggas yet.
I'd rather believe in God and have a soul and have a conscience than being a fucking savage that want to do people bad, mistreat people, exploit people, go into their community and pimp them out for their money and then say fuck them. Like, I'd rather be that.
I believe in God. I believe in God. I don't subscribe to one religion. I believe in God for sure.
I believe in God as well. I got faith. And that's what keeps us going. That's why our people ain't never fled. We ain't never ran. And we also get up and keep grinding every day, even when they dogging us out. We ain't never went to no, we stay right here. We gonna figure this shit out right here. The thing is, our ancestors, they set some shit up for us and got us on the right track. And now we got to make adjustments.
I'm going to be honest, bro. I'm going to be honest. People going to be mad at me. I don't give a fuck. We all know what we really got to do and what it really takes. But the honest truth is majority of people are afraid of the unknown. It's the same thing why nobody did nothing when COVID happened. And we all saw, damn, this shit low-key a scam. What did majority of the population do? They went and got that vaccine. Why? Because they was afraid of the consequences of what would happen if they didn't. We all knew that shit was a scam, but yet everybody still just blindly complied. Nobody questioned nothing. Majority of the population didn't question nothing. And the ones who did was deemed as crazy. 5 years later, all the facts come out. The ones who questioned it, they wasn't so crazy after all. The ones who blindly went along and sheep follow sheep to the slaughterhouse, they was the crazy ones. That's majority of the people today. You got sheep following sheep. And anyone who thinks outside the box of the way they tell a sheep to think, you're outcasted and called crazy. That's the way it's been since the beginning of human history. And then as history progresses, the ones who do all the questioning, they were never that crazy to begin with. I can't align with a sheep's way of thinking. I can't keep doing the same thing that we've been doing for decades and decades and decades and expecting different results. I'm sorry. That's just the way I think. We've been doing that shit. We've been voting. It ain't working.
And guess what? Guess what else we've been doing? Welcoming to everybody's culture. Welcoming to all the disrespect. We've been doing that forever. We've been fighting and dying and saying, everybody come over here and get good. And it hasn't done anything for us. So what you think about that? We've been doing that forever.
See, you must don't watch. You must don't watch the show. You must don't watch the show because we spoke on that before. We said we need to absolutely stop doing that.
I mean, I've checked. Okay, so
I've never said, and this is the thing, y'all keep making blanket statements, and I'm not going to allow y'all to do that. I never said, "Oh, let's just."
I've the show before though, G. I don't catch every episode, but I wouldn't come on if I didn't catch the show.
No, cool. Shout out to you, but just to the people who keep making these blanket statements of, I'm saying just blindly align with any and all foreigners. No, I'm saying like-minded individuals. I see more benefit, whether we like these people or not. If you have a brain and can think critically, I'm going to sit back and go, why are all these countries rushing to go do business in Africa? But us as black people, whether we're different culturally or not, we're still black, they're still black. Why aren't we trying to go over there and do any business? It's obviously something valuable over there. Maybe we should even just go see. Niggas don't even want to go see. Why is China going way to Africa to do business? Why is Europeans going way to Africa to do business? And niggas is like, nah, we cool. I met a few Africans in the Bronx that called me names. Like, that don't make no fucking sense to me.
I don't think that's why niggas ain't going over there to do business. I just think that niggas ain't interested in going to Africa.
And that's my point.
I'm not interested in going. And I got family.
Why are you not?
Travel. Huh?
Most of us, when we was kids, we thought Africa was all huts and kids with flies on their face. Why? Because of the images in the media.
And we know it's not that now, though.
We know that now, though, but we grew up thinking that.
Now I know that. Even though I know that now, I'm still, and I've been knowing that forever. I still don't want to go over there. But guess what? I have friends and family, blood family, cousins, relatives. They go over there to Africa. They enjoy it. I'm just not the one. You're gonna have different strokes for different folks, bro. So it's just one of them things where I just want it to be where we not blanketing off descriptions of our lineage as this is just some bullshit and we got to wear the worst of the worst. Because I see Dr. Umar trying to push some hoe ass shit right now, and it's fuck Dr. Umar. I'll say that and hold me accountable for it if he feel a way about it with his grifting ass. No, that's me, not them. That's not on them. And I really didn't even mean to say that. That shit just popped up in my mind. I really didn't want to come on your show.
No, you good.
So look here, nigga. That shit you said on old boy show, knock it off, nigga. Like, we not doing that bitch ass shit. And my whole thing is, when we have these conversations, bro, people can align, they can have extremists, they can have people turned up. But we always got to be the ones that sit back and be quiet, and our negative got to represent us as a whole. Nah, man, I don't agree with everything negative that our people do at all, and I'm not co-signing it. But, man, we be the first ones to jump out. Man, all of them ain't racist. All of them ain't not. Let them people denounce their own people. Because we be denouncing our own people. Whenever a nigga jump up, I'll watch niggas. When Joe Rogan had clips of saying nigga with the hard ER, I watched so many niggas jump out there and say that this nigga not racist, instead of letting him get his ass whooped out on the internet for a couple days. And I'm like, when do we get to the point where, hey, we just gonna let them niggas feel how they feel? You should be judging me off of your experiences with me and not based off of a group, not based off of something you seen offline. But we always got to sit back and be the people, make yourself less than, try to do it. Nah, nigga, you know we ain't like that. And you know majority of our people ain't like that. So don't try to throw that off on us to discredit the message and discredit the facts.
Hey, look, you know what you're saying, right? You're going back to my original point, and I don't think you're realizing it. What you're saying is the image of Black Americans. They use the worst of us and they blanket it over all of us. I understand that, but that's because we don't control our own image in the media. We don't get the best of us.
You're not getting what I'm saying. They've had plenty of time. They study everything else about us. How come y'all ain't study all the other shit? That's picking and choosing. I don't have time to convince nobody, and I'm not wasting my time to convince nobody that we not all fucked up. We damn sure ain't lazy. majority of us get up and go to work every day. I've never heard of this shit where majority of your people in a country have jobs, but you got to wear the title lazy. Your people was getting called lazy as slaves while the white slave masters sat in the shade and drank lemonade and tea and water. But your people in the field getting picked cotton, and the nigga they get bring the least amount of cotton in. You lazy nigga, line your ass up. But you ain't helped us do shit all day, but we lazy.
I understand. Listen, I understand what you're saying. Y'all be highlighting shit that I agree with as if I disagree with. Listen, I've worked. I've worked personally. No, I know what you're saying.
What I'm saying
I've
is, bro,
worked personally.
the negative stereotypes have been placed on us when they wasn't true from day one.
I know what you're saying. That's why
there are no more excuses for immigrants to come over here and feel any way about us.
I don't even see you more focused on how they view us. I'm more focused on what we're attaining. We fighting two different battles, bro. I know you passionate and I'm passionate, but we're fighting two different battles. You're more focused on the way they view us. I don't give a fuck. People gonna view us the way they want to view us. I done worked construction. I've worked in the oil field. I done seen niggas outperform white boys. I seen niggas outperform Hispanic. And you know what the overall analysis was still after that? Oh, niggas is lazy. No matter what you do, they already got an image in their mind of you, and it ain't changing. And I'm not here trying to change it. I don't give a fuck.
I feel you, bro.
I don't care about how niggas
view me. Niggas are sitting around waiting.
Niggas are waiting. Niggas is waiting for Jesus to come back, or niggas is waiting for goddamn reparations from the white man. I'm not saying niggas don't work. And I'm not calling niggas lazy.
So you can't say niggas is waiting on reparations when they need money and they get out and work for it. That's not waiting. We just talk about it. Listen, everybody else is getting theirs. Why we can't talk about ours?
Listen, gang. When the PPP shit cracked off, you know what niggas did with all that free money? Blew it on jewelry, blew it on cars, blew it on motherfucking designer clothes that they had to sell later when they was broke. Instead of having a business mind, right? You probably should read this book too. Read this book. This will help you. I know niggas personally. Between 10 niggas had over $1 million. Did niggas ever stop to think, hey, damn, let's open up a business. We can get black people jobs. Whatever money we finna go blow, we can make that continuously. And we can create generational wealth. Niggas never thought that. Niggas won't even work with another nigga here. That's why I be calling cap. I be calling cap, and niggas don't like that I call cap, that niggas hate niggas here. We got to change the mindset here. A nigga will go do business with another race quicker than he will his own homie. And anybody saying he won't, you niggas is fucking lying. You niggas will go to
that's true. I'm not gonna
hold on, bro. You niggas will go to Gucci, Versace, Fendi, pay the high, and let a nigga that's trying to start his own clothing line start something, and he just try to pay charge a fraction of what they charge. Oh, this nigga overcharging. Who the fuck this nigga think he is? Niggas always want to rob niggas. It's like niggas don't even think positively about niggas here. So all this acting like we just one big community is fucking cap. I'm calling cap. That's why I said we don't need a majority. We need the thinkers, we need the intellectuals, and we need the soldiers. And we need to get them together. We can build while the sheep continue to be the sheep. And we'll even make it better for the sheep. But we need the leaders to get together instead of arguing over what we're going to identify as a fucking Israelite, a Moor, FBA. Who gives a fuck? We have no power.
Well, that's like, the reason why niggas is doing checks and backgrounds, because it's been one time too many that people from other countries, and we got niggas over here that do it too. This ain't just them. We got niggas over here that sell us out, and then they show you that they don't have the same viewpoint as you.
Exactly why I say like-minded.
Let me finish, G. Let me finish. That's not saying that happens all the time, but there are a lot of times where, hold on, we get to a point and it's something that can really help us, but you don't share the same view on it that us, because you don't have the same history. And now it's about you and yours, and then we see that you really feel a way different about us. And all these other people, they have been delineating from black in America forever. But
you know what they're doing? they're building with each other as well, which we are not doing.
So that's
the part y'all keep leaving out.
So that's the
You
another
no,
thing I
listen,
want to
bro.
say, and another thing
I know because you said, not to cut you off, my bad, bro, but you said something earlier in the live about Africans, Jamaicans setting up shop in our neighborhoods, right, and getting the money and not building with us, but you didn't have a problem with the Arabs doing it. You didn't have a problem.
I didn't say them. I said everybody do. I said Indians do it. That's what I say. I said no immigrants could come over here and talk down on us. I said
niggas don't have a problem with the Indians. They go to 7-Eleven, shop all day. Niggas ain't got a problem with the Asians. They go to the beauty supplies, spend money all day. A fucking Jamaican set up shop. Oh, these fucking tethers. Like, no, nigga, keep it across the board.
Bro,
you niggas have self-image.
Everybody. I said everybody because I said immigrants as a whole. I named Asians. I said they open beauty supply stores and all this shit. You can't come over here. That's why I brought up China Mac. He's the Asian that said that my people be telling us not to rock with black people. My point in that was for all the immigrants who don't show appreciation, there's no excuse for it because y'all all can come to our community to eat. I didn't single out black and Africans or black Caribbeans. I said all these immigrants be doing that.
Niggas talk FBA, we together. Bro, a nigga won't even repost his homie song for free. But that same nigga will go under Drake post or Kendrick post and say, happy birthday, G, and don't know that nigga.
And so I want to say this too.
Be cap, man.
I want to say this one last thing. Everybody during the pandemic that was black did not blow their fucking money. There's a lot of black people that did right by their money, but in the black community, you don't got money if you don't show it. That's how black people feel. There's a lot of black people that got checks, did what they needed to do with them, took care of their business, started businesses, got it flourishing, invested, handled things. But the niggas that's gonna stand out is gonna be the niggas that go do all the designer shit, the niggas that go do the jewelry, the niggas that go pop the bottles, the niggas that's fucking it off. That's the flashy guy. But the guy that's making a gang of money, that got a big house, got a nice, decent little car, but he ain't doing too much, niggas ain't gonna feel like he got it unless they know that nigga got it personally and they know that's just not his lane. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not rich at all. I want that to be clear. But I got niggas that call me broke right now because I'm not showing my money.
Hey, listen,
I'm not flaunting my wealth. That's how a lot of black, not all, because when people get older, we become less ignorant. We get more wisdom in life and realize, hold on, it's niggas that got money up in the bank put up. They just ain't finna spend they shit. They chilling. They got the money to go buy a new pair of designer shoes regularly or new designer clothes regularly, but that's not what interests them. So I just think that it's several levels and layers to it where we can't let these niggas that's fucking off their money. Because if you gave a lot of people reparations that was black, you're gonna have a lot of niggas fuck it up.
But yeah, you need financial literacy, which we were never taught. Look, this is the book I think all black people should read. The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I think differently than y'all. The only argument I ever hear from FBAs is talking about how we're viewed. To me, that's surface level. We don't control the output of our image globally. Another race, another culture does. That's why we're viewed the way we're viewed. We built this country. Almost every major thing that we use, from this internet that we talking on to the motherfucking street lights, to brain surgery, to blood transfusions, we know all the history. That's not highlighted because we don't control these motherfucking networks. So instead of trying to get a network to be able to highlight those things, we more focused on, man, these people don't like the way we do this, and they blame the bottom of us and blanket up. Who gives a fuck? Let's get the control so we can put out the best of us instead of being blanketed with the worst of us. That's what the fuck I'm saying.
So
see, y'all think, to me, not you, and this ain't no shot to you, a lot of people think surface level. I like to go deeper than the surface. A lot of people, they get to the tree and they just look at the leaves and the branches. I go down to the roots. What's the root cause of the problem? Yes, the immigrants come. And yes, the government gives them more benefits than us. And then we fight the immigrants about it. Instead of going, hold on, wait a minute. We the ones here working. We the ones that built the country. We the ones here paying all the fucking taxes. Why are we not getting these benefits and making the government answer for that? We fighting amongst the immigrants who don't even have no fucking power. To me, that's stupid. To me, I'd rather go to the source, go to the root. Because it's the government, the one that's doing it. It ain't the fucking immigrants. They're doing what any broke person to do. Take advantage of an opportunity. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Why are you allowing this to happen? Nobody want to ask those questions, though.
Hey, I'm just like this, bro. Everybody feel how they feel. If you disrespecting online, you got to get your ass checked. I'm with that.
Y'all niggas crazy, man.
If you disrespecting online, you got to get your ass checked.
The white people disrespecting online, who doing the checking?
They get checked. They stay out the way, though. They not, see, white people, they going to do what they do, and they going to pop it how they pop it, but they going to really stay out of niggas mix like that.
No, they not.
They don't call us. They not gonna call you a nigga to your face.
Man, I see them do
it different in other ways. They ain't finna get in your face and say a derogatory term. Well, not out here. I'm not in Cali, but I doubt they do it out there as well. They not gonna get in your face.
For a bag, I see niggas every day bending at the knee. I see niggas getting on Aiden Ross streams every day. They do the racist shit. I see niggas streaming with Neon for a bag. They use the N-word all the fucking time. Niggas can't even stay on code with that. If anybody disrespect black culture, they water should be cut off. They should not be able to profit off niggas. But how many niggas in the entertainment industry, sports industry, go keep working with these motherfuckers?
Add them niggas out.
And these is black Americans. And I don't see
niggas I air them niggas out. I call it out regularly. You're going to have certain niggas that's going to speak up. You're going to have certain niggas that can turn money down. You're going to have certain niggas that can't. You're going to have certain niggas, the money is everything to them. So they not finna cut off an opportunity because a man said there's something disrespectful about their people. Like you just said earlier, certain people feel like, well, I'll do business with a motherfucker who don't like me. I'm not like that. Once you show me you a fucking racist directly and you in my culture, I don't want to get no money with you. Now, I don't tell people not to work for the white man because I know in the world, not just in America, the white man controls the areas of business transactions all across the globe. So I would never tell nobody, don't go work for the white man because I know, nigga, this is how you gonna have to eat. The money got white man printing all over it. So I get that aspect of it. But I'm saying if you out here in our culture, in our lifestyle, or if you in our neighborhood or our demographic and you selling us our culture, it should only be respect. Disrespect should be zero. Respect should not be non-negotiable. And I don't give a fuck if you're white, if you're an immigrant from another country, whether it be Latin, Black, Asian, Arabic, Indian. If you are operating in Black American culture in any demographic, or you make money off Black Americans, any hate, we should know about it. We shouldn't feel it. We shouldn't experience it. And it shouldn't be vocalized.
Okay, look, I'm in agreement with you there. Now, how are you enforcing this respect? Because respect is only respect if you have consequences. A parent can only get respect from a child if they don't spare the rod. Yeah. If the child is not
nobody disrespects me race-wise to my face, but
bro, you know, no, listen what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. Don't individualize yourself. Black culture. How is Black culture forcing respect on Black culture? You can disrespect niggas all day and still eat in the rap game, and niggas invented rap because we don't own it. That's Black American culture. We have no ownership. You can say whatever you want about niggas and still make money. And we can't do shit about it because we don't own it.
Well, that's we done got a few niggas. Niggas done got
that's my point. And niggas will go do songs with these niggas if they got a big enough fan base or if their record label tell them to. See, y'all think surface level. We could talk and yell and it sound good, but then when the reality kick in, niggas don't have no red button to push.
And that's not our fault.
It is our fault, nigga. What you mean?
How's it
We're not building the button. Who fault is it? The white man?
They
bro,
got there first.
Who gives a fuck? It's our fault for still allowing it to happen today.
We do need to do better.
That's my point.
The business side of this game is operated and ran by them. You're not getting a major record deal without them. You're not getting your song played on the radio without them. You can't get top-notch marketing without them if you're trying to be a superstar.
We had enough money and enough millionaires and billionaires to start our own shit.
There you go. You think it's about the money. It ain't about the money. They got structure that money can't buy. This is how they stay in a position.
It's called staying on the
hold on. Let me be clear with you.
Go ahead,
can be richer than them. Hold on. You can be richer than them niggas and not need their money. But the machine and the infrastructure that allows you to do certain things, they're not letting you get a hold to it. It ain't about who got the most money.
And I don't think you hear yourself. You're making my point. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we need to change that. That's what I'm saying. Not waiting for the white man, not waiting for the Indian man.
You gotta be ready to go kill them off.
No,
and then I'm telling you straight up. You gotta be willing to go kill them off and then build it on your own. Because the thing is, the infrastructure is gatekept. The things that we need to reach the masses, they have it already because they were there first. Not because they smarter, not because they work harder, but because we was fighting to even be able to get into position where we can reach the masses because our people didn't have these things back in the day.
Brother, between Jay-Z, billionaire, Kanye,
it ain't about the money.
Listen what I'm saying.
Jay-Z had to go to them to get his billion, bro.
He got it now. That's my point. My point is,
it don't matter when he got $1 billion ain't enough.
No,
see, I'm gonna put you on some game before I go, and you gotta understand it.
Hold on, because no, bro. You like to make that's what I mean by victim mindset.
That's not a victim mindset.
Well, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. Hold on. No, hell no. That's victim mindset.
Ain't nothing victim about it. It's the truth.
Between Jay, Dr. Dre, Kanye, and Diddy, that was enough to start a label that say, you know what? We taking the power back.
They tore that down when they tried to get the
distribution. We not signing to their labels no more. And if they want to do business, they got to come fuck with us because it's our culture. You know what happened? Niggas was scared to do that. Didn't want to do that because you knew them people going to cut your water off.
That's not true.
And you don't want your water cut off. Niggas don't be really ready to do what it takes
to get to
You just said
a lot of things that are not false. The OGs sat down and tried to create an independent distribution.
I know we interviewed Chris Gotti. He told us about it. We interviewed Chris Gotti. Go watch.
So they tried that, right?
And you know what happened? Go watch the interview, and he'll tell you what happened. Certain niggas backed out.
Huh?
Certain niggas backed out. Certain shit happened behind the scenes, and
I thought the feds came in. I thought the feds started fucking with niggas behind the scenes. Exactly. That's what I thought.
Okay, so
did
what?
Did the feds start fucking with niggas behind the scenes?
Absolutely, but what version?
Okay, so listen. Let's be
What version of the feds do niggas have?
Say what?
What version of the feds do niggas have? Mass incarceration. The laws do us the dirtiest. What say so do we have to make sure we don't get done the dirtiest?
So
you niggas is off code. That's what I'm saying. Niggas be off code as fuck.
How is we off code? Listen, bro.
This how we off code.
Let me be clear with you, and I got to dip out. I was going to say this. If they sat there and tried to build an independent record label, to my understanding, the way I got the story, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the feds started interfering with niggas and fucked it up. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is correct. So hold on, if we got together as a team and we sat down and said, hey, bro, we got to do some independent distribution. We the bosses of the culture right now. We the moguls. And the feds come in. I got to say that that's by design, not by default. We need to disrupt that meeting because them niggas finna have too much power and cut us out.
Do you know who
once they do that, that's what they do to make niggas say, man, you know what, bro? They ain't gonna let us do that. We gonna be in prison.
Hold on. Listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're saying, gang. Listen
Yeah.
to what you're saying. You say they a lot. Let's be specific. They are just a group of men. The feds are a group of men who started an organization, right? And they use violence and power from legislation.
But bro, they got the right to, they can lock you up, bro. What are we saying? It's like, so bro, if the feds is
they are just
like the feds ain't been, so let's be clear. Jay Prince at the table, right? The feds been wanting Jay Prince since he was a young nigga in Houston. We see what Irv Gotti and them went through with the feds. They had to spend millions of dollars and beat the feds.
You're not catching what I'm putting down.
Bro,
when the police, when the police, I'm from Cali, bro. Do your history on the Black Panthers. When the police came with guns,
I know about the Black Panthers.
Okay, when the police came with guns and wanted to do whatever they wanted to do, the Panthers came with guns and said, y'all not doing whatever y'all wanted to do. And they were scared of that. So they changed the gun laws. The open carry laws was directly changed because of the Panthers. But the only reason they was even able to take down the Panthers was what?
COINTELPRO.
No, not even just COINTELPRO. What did they have to use to take them down? One of us, right? Without the aid and assistance of one of us, a mole, a rat, a snake, a tether, they would have not been able to take. Damn! Look, they trying to hit the string. That's my point. My point is, we can build up the same thing they did. Why do we think we can't?
So I'm not saying that we can't. I'm saying every time we try to get into a power structure that's a heavy power move, they come and they break it down, burn it down, cripple it, fuck it up.
So imagine, just imagine if we had more numbers to where they couldn't do that. Hey, guess what? Y'all fucking what our folks out there in the US? Yeah, all these diamond mines and these jewels and this oil you want over here in Africa, that shit cut off. Nigga, we hear what y'all doing out there. Get that shit.
I do want to say this.
You want to do business here. That's called power. That's what niggas ain't seeing.
So and I like what you said right there, power. Power is what they have. And it's because they got there first, bro. And that's
it's
just
not
what
because
they
got there first. It's because they're willing to go to limits that we think we can't go to or we're afraid to go to. So it ain't because they got there first.
They got there first because of those limits, if you want to call it that. Either way, they were there first and they maintained that head start by doing whatever it is to block niggas out, to gatekeep. You got to understand that this thing ain't just about money. You don't become a billionaire as a black man in America unless they allow you to. That's a fact.
Listen, gang.
Jay-Z didn't get his.
You know what colonization is?
I respect. Hold on.
You smart, right? You smart. I know you know what colonization is, right?
1,000%.
Okay, so the people who got colonized, they was there first, but then people didn't give a fuck. They came and took the land anyway. So it ain't always about being there first. It's about doing what's necessary to win. I'm ready to do what's necessary to win.
So no you ready to go be you ready to just go be a cutthroat, fucked up person to everybody?
Who said you got to be that to everybody?
That's the only way
you got to be that to the enemy.
That's the only way you're gonna dominate.
You got to be that to the enemy. You niggas want to be nice to the enemy.
Not me.
I don't want to be nice to the enemy.
So let me be clear here. I want to just put this down to the people who don't get it from this level. I'm never folding on nothing. I'm looking at anything in front of me, straight up. I want that part to be clear. It ain't no compromise. Nigga, anything in front of me, it's a go mode with this shit. But I'm also not going to have it to where my people, I'm just popping y'all into a crash out. But I'll say this. In this game, in this world, in this country of America, as a black man, you do not get to be a billionaire without partnering or selling something to them. You have to deal with them. That's the way the structure is set up. And it's not because we're not smart enough. It's not because we don't work hard enough. It's not because we don't have the skill. That's just the way they set it up. I'm not saying to fold.
Y'all niggas crazy, gang. I can never align with that way of thinking.
Wait, hey, nigga, hold on, fam. You don't have to. I'm just telling you the truth.
No, that's
when did
not
we
the
get our
truth.
first black? Hold on, fam. The truth is, you don't have to align with it, but welcome to America, nigga.
No, that's not the truth. See, what I'm saying
I'm gonna tell you how you know you don't know what you're talking about. Right
go ahead.
Nigga, we didn't get our first billionaire until 20 years ago. All this shit we did in America, everything we created, everything we built, all the lives lost, we fought in every war, we did all this shit in America, and we did not have a black billionaire in America till 20 years ago.
And what did
That's
Kanye
not,
say? Hold on.
That's not by design, bro.
What did
That's not
Kanye
by
say?
default. That wasn't on accident.
I get it,
That
but
was
what did
by
Kanye
design.
say? When you niggas called him crazy, he said, 500 years of what? Nigga, that sound like a choice. Fuck is you talking about? I don't give a fuck what niggas want to say. Nigga, you have a choice. You cannot guarantee the outcome. But
That was a terrible analogy.
No, the fuck it wasn't. You have a choice.
Bro,
niggas, listen, it's
the,
terrible because niggas are emotional.
You're not getting it,
and
bro.
niggas don't want to face the
you
facts.
telling me how you feel.
No,
I'm giving
it's
you
not
the
how
facts,
I feel.
G.
Do you not?
It's how you feel.
You have a choice.
It's how
right?
you feel.
Hold on, you got a choice, right?
Yeah, I got a choice.
Okay, if you don't want to get taxed, you have a choice whether you want to get taxed or not, right?
You say what?
If you don't want to get taxed, you say, man, what the fuck? I'm doing 80 hours a week. Why Uncle Sam getting money before I do? You have a choice, right, to stop that. Now, the outcome of that choice might not be satisfactory for you, but it's still
we got to be logical, bro. Come on, dog. Ain't nobody trying to go to prison. I'm going to do what I got to do to stay out of prison, bro. Come on, dog.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay, now listen what you're saying. Prison.
We're going to do what we got to do to survive and be here for our family and our loved ones and for ourselves, bro. Come on, dog.
Thank you for proving my point. Prison is a consequence to their rules and their laws. It's a consequence, meaning you ain't going to break that law because you don't want to face that consequence. Niggas don't have no power to uphold any consequences, and that's why we get done like whatever. And we don't own shit because we don't have no consequences. We don't have
But that's not our fault, G. We got to be, that's the thing. We are in a system. America's a system. They have a government here that we have to follow because we live here. If you don't follow the government guidelines, they're going to get you up out of here.
Did you see what happened
with you?
I'd
rather follow these American government guidelines than go somewhere else and figure it out. That's just me.
And this is why shit won't change because niggas got that mindset. Did you see what happened in Nepal last year?
No, I didn't see that.
Did you see the uprisings in Nepal? So when you get off this stream or anybody that's on this stream, go look up the uprisings in Nepal. You know what they did when they found out about the corruption from their officials? They literally went door to door and ran them out of the country. There, you can go look up the video footage. Shout out to the Gen Z generation. And then they voted in new officials. So they didn't sit back and just protest and yell. They didn't say, man, we finna vote once we find out about the corruption. Like, let's be real. The Epstein files is out, a lot of them. This the same system you niggas is talking about following. These are the same people that's in power making these laws. Satanic, devil worshiping PDF files. And we pretending like that's not going on.
So the thing is, bro.
Y'all not ready for real, bro.
The thing is, if
Shout
that's
out
the
to
case,
Nepal.
if you talking about for war, you ain't ready for war.
Shout out to Nepal.
None of us are ready for war in the way that we would have to go about it to do a takeover, bro. And I'm cool with that. Because I know it gotta be multiple people. You gotta be willing to go out your house and be ready to die if you're trying to take something in this country like that. So I'm just saying this, fam. I'm just giving you the facts of the way that the game go. We didn't have a billionaire in America, and a black billionaire, until 20 years ago. After all this time, we just getting a black billionaire now.
I'm gonna mute it so you can still talk. But this is the Nepal. This is what they did when they found out about their corruption. This is what they did. They hit the streets and turned up for real. You can see politicians running out of the city. Literally, they went door to door, ran them out physically. They didn't vote. They didn't go cry on social media. They literally went and ran them folks out. You know why? Because they got the numbers. Y'all keep talking about 13%. We talking about 1% ruling 99% and making us believe that they have the power when they only have the power because of us. Once we stop playing the game is over. But as long as y'all divided up by ethnicity, by religion, by race, by what the fuck you want to call yourself, of course we can't do nothing. Y'all still think it's only you. It is elites and it's everybody else. The second that we figure that out, the game is over. They doing white people the same way they doing niggas. They doing them Indian folks the same way. You know what they do? They give them a little more benefits than they do niggas. And then we sit here and we fight each other. Rather than realizing, hey, hold on, they fucking all of us. Y'all do realize that, right?
They're
fucking
aligned with white people though.
So imagine if the 99% was like, you know what? We're not taking this from the 1% no more.
I'll just say this, bro. The only thing I want to put out there is in this financial institution that yes, money is powerful, bro.
They made the prime minister resign, nigga. The prime minister. The police wasn't enough. The police couldn't stop it. They made the prime minister resign. That's how you get change. Revolutions for real. Not this lip service, not voting, none of that. And I know, oh, you an extremist. Well, nigga, it take extreme activities to get them results. All that other shit y'all talking, man, they been talking that
I don't even like to talk about this type of shit until it's time for it.
It's time now, nigga. What you mean?
It's got to be time. But you got to know also here, bro, this is a fact. If you jump out here like that in this country, I'll be 1,000 with you. Let's say all the black people got out there and start going against that. The other people gonna jump on the other side, bro. It is what it is.
I agree with you.
They not about to say, hey, all these niggas is finna overthrow the government and woo-de-woo. All these other people, not all of them, because you gonna have them tools and fuse who gonna say, nah, I'm with them niggas. I'm with them niggas. From all races. You gonna have tools and fuse who gonna say, nah, they right. But majority of them people, well over majority, they gonna fight on the side with the police, dog.
And this is why their greatest tool is divide and conquer. As long as they keep people divided, they know people can never win because of what you just said. We will go out there right now. Hey man, revolution is on. And the same people being oppressed is gonna fight on the side of the oppressor to stay oppressed because they don't know any better. Because they've been programmed to love their oppressor. That's what the fuck I'm saying. It's deeper than just black and tether. This is people, period.
You said people oppressed, period?
Don't even understand.
Hold on, you said people oppressed, period?
If you ain't a part of the 1%, if you ain't a part of them royal bloodlines, you
But the other people, hey fam, if you oppressed, but you gonna line with the oppressor, you with them, dog.
Niggas are aligning with the oppressor. Niggas will fight you right now. If you go out there and get cracking on the police, niggas will fight you. It's videos on the internet right now showing that. Mm-hmm. Niggas got cracking on the police, and guess what? Niggas went and tackled the niggas.
Mm-hmm. I just say this, bro. Everybody do what they do. But one thing about me, dog, I'm just gonna stand on the real. I know the game. I know the system. It is what it is. They're going to move how they move and rock how they rock. And like I said, in this country, they show you time and time again, you can't get to a certain financial status and you can't get access to certain infrastructures that they have that keeps them in power unless they let you in. You got to understand, we're spending their financial, we're a part of their financial institution. You are doing business every day to become successful in their financial institution. That's what financial success is. So we don't have our own money.
Hold on. So what if we rejected their financial institution and said, this ain't working, let's start a new one? Because you know the world is built up on agreements, right? All this shit only matters because we agree that it does. $100 bill is worth more than a penny. But $100 bill is just a piece of paper. A penny is actual copper, which is actually worth more than paper. But because we agree this paper with 100 on it is worth more than that piece of copper that says 1 cent is worth more. Only because of agreements. So we can disagree with the system and say, nah, we not rocking with that. We not doing that. Let's shut.
Dog, that's what I'm saying.
Ain't nobody
coming
going
with
to work
theories, but
until
I'm
y'all come
coming
holler
with
at us.
things that can't happen, bro. We not finna do that. It's not gonna happen. I get that you dreaming big. I'm never not telling you not to dream big. I'm just speaking in reality, bro. In reality, we didn't have a black billionaire until 20 years ago. That's reality.
You missing
In
what I'm
reality,
saying, bro.
if you become a billionaire in this country, you either have to sell them something or partner with them, or you don't become a billionaire in this country. You don't become a billionaire unless they see you valuable and you deal with them enough. You have
The
to
power
partner
is in
with
the
them.
people, bro, is what I'm saying. Do you know why the longshoreman union is so strong and they get whatever they want? Because majority of the goods in the US comes through the ports. So if the ports shut down, businesses lose millions of dollars a day. So they never want the port to shut down. So anytime it's even talks of a strike with the longshoreman union, you notice they get that shit done right away. It was just one last year. And that shit was over before it started. That's because they unionize. There's strength in numbers. We don't even got to get violent. If niggas just stop going to work, people in general, the 1% gonna lose a lot of money. And guess what? They gonna, oh, now what's going on?
People got to be ready to starve. A lot of people barely get by, let alone ready to starve. See, they can work it. The thing is, that's a percentage of people who got the same common goal as far as a job goes. So when they go to work, they removing all their beliefs, ideas, racial structure. They moving that to the side at that point in time. But a lot of them people that work at them ports, when race start getting involved, beliefs of life outside of this job get involved, they're not ready to do that shit, bro.
Nope, that's not how it works. You know how a union works? It don't matter about your race. It don't matter about your
That's what I'm saying. They moved that. They was ready to move that to the side. In real life,
and that's
they're
what
not
we
moving that
gotta
to the
do.
side.
That's what the fuck I'm telling you. We don't have to have the same idea.
But
We don't gotta have the
just
same
said
exact
it yourself
beliefs,
that other people are not aligning with us and gonna fight with
you're
us
not
to
listening
go
to what
against
I'm
the
saying,
people.
though, bro. That's my point. A union will show you can be from different walks of life. You can be from different ethnicities.
That's a different
religions.
conversation.
But as
though.
long as you have the same business goal, guess what? I don't gotta be Christian, Muslim. I don't gotta be Black, Hispanic. We got the same business goal. So now that allows us to push forward.
They don't got the same business
we
goals
don't have
as us,
no
bro.
fucking business goal.
They don't have don't nobody in this country got the same business goals as black people, bro. Nobody. They don't have the same business goals as us. And they never
What's
will.
our business goal?
Huh?
What is black people business goal?
Whatever it is, they don't got it.
Get
because
rich.
If it was, they would be including us in the money that they make.
Get rich, get a Benz, get a house, get some bitches.
That's not every black. That's not every black person business goal.
I never said ever. I never said ever. I'm gonna never say ever because nothing in the world is absolute.
But you went to the general. You went to the general stereotype. So
No,
that's what I'm saying.
That's a general fact. Nigga, I grew up around blacks. I am black. If you give most niggas money, not even niggas, if you give most people, they just want to live comfortably.
That's what I'm saying. You said most people. See, you were saying niggas at first, then you switched it to most people.
Okay, because I'm gonna clarify because I say niggas because I'm black. Most people in general, they just want to be comfortable. They want to be able to buy what they want to buy. They want to be able to go where they want to go and be comfortable doing it. And they will be satisfied for life. They don't care about being rich. They don't care about being famous. They don't care about being business owners. Most people will rather be a well taken care of employee than a billionaire.
You know what? Let's just say this, fam.
This fact.
If they say, hey, if they tell these other people, not all of them, I'm not gonna monolith them. It's $2 million to bust down right here in this shopping center. We gonna let y'all distribute it how y'all distribute it. And they got 5 different groups of people, and one of the groups of people is black. And they have to vote for who gonna get the less. Who you think they gonna vote to have the list?
Say that again.
If they go to a shopping center and it's multiple groups and races of people there, black being one of them, y'all got to decide the majority of vote out of y'all, and it's gonna have even whatever amount of people. You just doing process of elimination. If they say which group of people should get the less amount of money, who is everybody gonna pick?
Self-preservation come first.
No, it wasn't about self. I said multiple races. It wasn't one versus the other. If you got multiple races,
I can't listen. That is to me that question. It holds no benefit. What you want me to say? Everybody hate black people? Like that's what you want to hear?
No, my point is we don't got the same business mindset because they don't see us as fucking equal and they don't see us as we should be making the same amount of money as them. And we know that. So why you want to act like that we gonna have the same business goals when we know that, nigga, not all of them. Let me say that again. Not monolithic, but niggas make more money than a motherfucker at a job. Nigga, you think they cool about that? Hell no, they don't like that. They don't want no black. No. You can't say we got the same business mindset as the people.
You're talking to people in general thing. Most people in general don't want to see the next person doing better than them. They want to be the one that's doing better.
That's why I put it by group, because you said we can have the same business goals. No other race has the same business goals as black people in this country. Meaning, hey fam, we're going to work as a unit so we can all be on the same financial level. Nigga, white people don't even want us staying next to them a lot of the time. Just keeping it 100.
Listen,
so I'm never gonna fantasize with some things that are not gonna be true.
If I can come to you and I got a business plan, you got what you put to invest, I got what I put to invest, and then somebody white, Asian, Hispanic, whatever, got the same business plan and it makes sense on paper, you telling me they're gonna look at you and say, nah, I'm not fucking with you because you black.
You say they say that?
Corporate America will show you that's a lie. Money is green.
They'll box niggas out on the money side because
niggas will box niggas. See, I be tired of niggas lying about our niggas will box niggas out. Niggas will get a job and won't even tell another nigga when it's over.
But it ain't because he
niggas do this shit all the time.
Because of his,
niggas want to be the only nigga
race,
there.
though. See, that's the difference. Black people will box black people out, whether it be a former couple.
Niggas will move to a nice neighborhood, and niggas will be upset when they see another nigga moving in because they want to be the token nigga there.
But it's not because of I dislike black people. They will box you out and not do business with you simply because you're black and I'm racist against blacks. Black people are not racist against black people.
We got to be honest when we have these conversations.
I am being honest.
Niggas will be quick to want to be the only nigga doing something. Listen,
that's being in competition with your own. It's not racism, bro.
Hold on. Take it on the smaller scale. A nigga will have a plug on shoes or clothes, and you be like, damn, bro, where you get them kicks from? A nigga won't tell you what a store at.
That's
nigga
not racism, bro. That's not racism. That's called nigga being in competition. A nigga being
but if another race do it, you gonna say it's racism though,
because
right?
they're doing it based off of race. It's not about that.
So
they're
now
doing it because, hey, you're black. They're not doing it because I see this nigga as competition or I don't want a nigga to get what I got. It's simply because I don't like black people. Because they'll go give that same deal. They'll go give that same deal to a white person and tell a black person no. A nigga's not doing it.
A nigga not even listen. Niggas won't even tell other niggas.
They won't tell other niggas because they are in competition and they feel like niggas naturally feel like, because I done seen it. Hey fam, if I let you get in here, it's gonna fuck up what I got going on. Or certain niggas feel, hey fam, I don't want niggas to have what I got simply because I want to be the nigga that get his shine on. That ain't why white people, hold on, fam. That ain't why white people don't fuck with niggas.
You know what a white person gonna do when that opening come up? They're gonna tell their people, and then they're gonna go tell the boss, hey, this my cousin, this my brother. They're gonna tell you, hey, put my name on the application. Hispanics gonna do the same thing. You ever been to a staffing agency? Hispanics gonna tell all they motherfucking people to come down there and get a job. A nigga get in, a nigga not gonna tell a nigga at all.
Niggas do that too.
I'm not saying no niggas do. I'm saying in general, niggas ain't finna tell another nigga about a plug he got because he don't want to lose it, or he's in fear because he has a lack-filled mindset because he grew up not having nothing, and he thinks,
hey, dog,
listen,
you
if
see,
he get what I got,
you keep
I
making
got.
this a nigga thing like these other people don't do this.
I'm not,
When they
but
do,
we talking about our community.
You
We
keep
only
saying
talk about
this
our
shit.
community though, right?
You say what?
We talking about our community though, right? I'm never saying other people don't do it.
But you just said Mexicans do it. You just said Mexicans and whites do it and niggas don't. What I'm telling you is everybody got people in they shit that's greedy, that's cutthroat. If you go to these other countries, you will see that they don't got niggas there. They doing each other way dirtier than us. They sliming each other out. They killing each other. They keeping resources from each other.
Y'all don't be honest. Listen,
that's not no nigga shit, bro. That's human shit. That's human shit, G.
You niggas are never honest when it comes to these black conversations. That's why we never get progress.
Listen,
no. You're
making it about niggas. I'm telling you, those are human characteristics.
No, but listen, we will have the same goal as black people. We want to see black people win. We want to get from under systemic racism. We want to be able to control our own image. And you know what niggas will do? Niggas will fight over being the one that's going to free the slaves instead of just freeing the slaves. Meaning niggas want to be the Messiah. Nah, we got to do it my way. Nah, we got to do it my way. And it will be in circles fighting each other instead of making progress. We see it every day.
Everybody does that, bro. Everybody, fam. They make you think that they all get along. These people don't be getting along. No.
They get along for business.
It just don't get all presented.
They don't got to get
along. Issues and they drama when they fall out. They power structure, they white alliances get broken all the time.
But they get along for the business, bro. They'll leave a business meeting and be like, man, fuck that dude. I can't stand that dude. But the
niggas do that every day out here.
Man, no, niggas be like, I don't like that nigga. I'm not doing no business with him.
If they don't got to, they won't. But it's niggas that will.
And that's why niggas is fucking retarded.
It's a bunch of niggas that do business every day with niggas that they don't like and niggas they not friends with.
Business, bro.
It's niggas that do business with people, with other niggas every day that they don't like, down to the street level, my nigga. Down to the street level. We ain't even got to go into corporate America. Down to the street level every day. It's a nigga serving a nigga somewhere in this country that he don't fucking like.
Do you know you could get rich right now just saying the N-word online? That's how emotional black people are. You can be a white content creator.
What they got to do with anything? What they got to do with anything?
I'm trying to prove a point. Start saying the N-word and you will start making money off of just saying the N-word because black people are going to give you so much engagement, you're going to get paid. Not even the white people, not even the race. This is how we don't even think. Because if we go, you know what? Let's start ignoring them because we see the game that they playing. They're using us to get rich. Let's stop reacting every time they try to trigger us.
Bro,
but we so emotional.
You know I'm on the internet.
We can't even stop doing that.
Hold on. You know I'm on the internet too, right? You know that, right?
I know you on there. I'll be watching your videos, gang.
So I'm on the internet. You and I both know goddamn well them white boys and them fucking Mexicans and them Asians like to see niggas get disrespected too. They the ones that engage with that hogwash more than us.
It be more niggas in the comments than anybody, bro.
It be niggas in the comments, but it be them watching it. They gonna watch that. They want to see us get called nigga.
No,
they want to see that. They want to see that, fam. They want to see black people
reposting the videos saying, "Look what this person just said. Look, everybody, come look and see. Come say
we
fuck this person."
Move the needle. We move the needle in media, no doubt about it. I'm not gonna downplay that. Our emotions can be triggered to make us click some shit, but you better believe for every nigga watching that video, it's a white boy, it's a Mexican, it's an Asian. That ain't just no, hey man, he said some racist shit. Niggas finna turn them up because they in their feelings. No, everybody watch it, bro. Everybody watch our shit, bro. Everybody.
If niggas stop reacting to that shit, it's game over. Do you know how Kevin Samuels got famous? He didn't get famous and notoriety off of the men who agreed with him. He got famous and notoriety off of women sharing his content, telling the world how much they hate him and how much of a misogynistic piece of shit he is. That's how he got known. They don't, it's not the support. We all know hate spread faster. A person is quicker to share
what?
content
But guess what?
to say they
You know
hate
why?
you,
But
they
you
all
know,
to share it and
but
say,
you
I love
can't.
this content.
You want to know why? You want to know why Kevin Samuels? Because you get some attention with some hate. But you know how to get how he stayed there on his own platform? Because some of these niggas, they do that hate shit, they do that weak shit, and they only able to last because they do the shock jock shit. But there are platforms that keep them there. Multiple platforms that they can go to and spread that shit around. Kevin Samuels was able to build his own platform off of that because he had facts and information that them women knew was fucking true. So I don't even put him, I don't put him in that conversation.
You got to put him in that conversation. He was on YouTube for 5 years with facts and information, and nobody gave a fuck until women started to point out, hey, ladies, fuck this guy. He's against women. Let's hate him.
And then guess why they stayed? Guess why they stayed? Guess why they paid him to go live with them? Guess why they paid him to see him? Because they knew he was speaking the truth. These women that was bent out of shape, woe-eyed, 3-4 kids, 40 years old, they couldn't go to their mama and have their mama tell them, hey, man, you way too goddamn much. You ain't finna get no good nigga at this age. Or you woe-eyed. They homegirls gonna lie to them. They mama go, them females knew that shit. That's why they was willing to pay that nigga. And then once you listen to what he's saying and get past the fucking emotional shit, they knew that that nigga was spilling the real. When you start realizing he's talking about the black family, the structure, and why we are where we are today and why black homes is broken, what the women ain't doing, what the men ain't doing when you got to the message, that's why they stayed. If it was just throwing insults, if it was only throwing insults.
Hey, look, bro, I hear you. Look, let's do a part 2. I'm finna go get in traffic. This been a good one. I fuck with you. I fuck with your content. I'll be watching your videos. I support your shit and all that. We could agree to disagree on topics. You feel me? I got my way of thinking. You got your way of thinking. But this is how black men should have dialogue, because this is how you get progress. You sit down and you talk with people that you disagree with, because you might even meet in the middle. But black people, this is a book I think you should read. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. You got to stop caring about the way people view you. They're going to view you however they want to view you. Let's focus on the progress more than the way they view us. If you want people to view you a different way, let's get control of the way our image is even put out to the world in the first place. All this great shit that we know we as black people have done, the world still don't believe it or even know about it. How much of that history did you even get taught as a black person yourself in school? You didn't get taught any of it. You didn't learn any of it till you did your own research. So let's get some actual power so we can control our own actual image so we can display our greatness to the people. Fuck all this surface level arguing over, oh, we Israelites, we Moors, we this. How you know we wasn't all of that? We could very well have been all of that. But instead of arguing that, let's get some actual power. That's what the fuck I'm saying. We don't even control our own history. How half of our historical artifacts is stuck in the motherfucking museum in Britain somewhere or under the fucking Vatican buried away, and we don't got control over none of it, and it's our history. I've been to the Vatican, nigga. I seen our shit in there.
Man, I'm gonna tap in, G.
Tap in, gang. Viral no way, man. I'm out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat too. And if I missed your super chat, I apologize. I seen it. Shout out to you for the love, man. I was caught up in the conversation, bro. Much love. Black flag though.